Welcome everybody to tonight's matchup between McClain High School and Washington High School on this beautiful October evening. I am your host for tonight, Nate Luke. I'm joined here with none other than the
Derek Lyons.
Derek Lyons.
Fake Mark Beal.
Fake Mark Beal. Yeah, we're supposed to have old Mark here. Had some other things he had to tend to, so we got Derek last minute. So Derek, thank you for tending to that. Mucho appreciated. Looking forward to doing this with you again. We got a real barn burner ahead of us tonight.
We could have.
Yeah. We have two FAC rivals going at it again here. Washington Courthouse comes in with a overall record of 3-4 with an 0-2 conference start. McClain coming in with a 5-2 overall record, 1-1 in the conference so far this year. McClain coming off a big win last week at Chillicothe. I believe that's the first FAC win we've had against Chillicothe in our, in FAC history.
Correct.
Our short history of being in the FAC. So, good win there by the Tigers. Courthouse coming off a defeat at the hands of the Hillsborough Indians last week. I believe that was was it around a 30?
36-6, I believe.
36-6.
So. I believe actually Courthouse scored first in that game, and then Hillsborough rolled off 36 unanswered. So
impressive. So, yeah, tale of two cities there. But I think the Blue Lions are going to come in with a little bit of fire in their bellies tonight and want to avenge a little bit of that Hillsborough loss from last week.
Certainly. I think they probably believe their record should be better than what it is now. I know they've let a couple games get away from them late, so I'm sure they're itching to try to get in the win column again.
Absolutely. So, yeah, we got some great weather tonight. The sun's just barely peeking through as of right now. Give that another half hour, that will cease to exist. But got some cold weather coming in. This will be our last warm weather night for a little while here. So, it's going to be a beautiful night for some football again. Two good teams, two good rivals going at it. We got some special events coming up. Halftime, we have the two bands. They are going to be forming something at halftime. I've yet to be privy to exactly what they're doing, but we are told that they're going to do something special together, so we're looking forward to that. And also possibly a principal here is going to lose some hair because we had a fundraiser, a nationwide children's hospital fundraiser the past couple weeks between Washington High School and McClain High School. So we're going to see who the winner of that fundraiser has been. Mr. David Weeks will run us through that whole process. And overall, just looking for a really good night here with you, Mr. Lyons. I think it's going to be a good one.
I think so. I think we got two teams that feel they can accomplish great things tonight. I think both of them believe they can come out here and win, and we'll see who really prevails in this, who wants it more.
Absolutely. All right, so we will have Tiger Trivia coming up at halftime as always, so make sure to tune in at halftime and try to win a $25 gift card to RoofX. Once again, we want to thank them and Sean Hickok for their generosity in sponsoring all of our Tiger Trivia questions and all of our sponsors for everything that they do for our athletic department and our school in general. So once again, thank you to those involved. Thank you to coaches, students, athletes, cheerleaders, all of the above. And I'll tell you what, we will let some pregame festivities happen here. And me and Mr. Lyons and I about said that wrong. Mr. Lyons and I will be right back to you here in just a hot minute.
our School of Beauty with the playing of the McClain alma mater.
Next, the band reminds us that no matter what sideline you may cheer for, we can come together as fellow Americans as they perform a precision block band drill to America the Beautiful. Please rise for the colors. Being presented this evening by members of McClain's Cadet Corps. The Corps is under the guidance of Master Sergeant John Wilson. Members of tonight's flag detail include Cadet Second Lieutenant James Brown, Cadet Second Lieutenant Elizabeth Wright, Cadet Staff Sergeant Landon Beatty, and the team is commanded this evening by Cadet First Lieutenant Justin Legee. And now, under the baton of Mr. Rick Duffus, ladies and gentlemen, remain standing and join in singing as the band honors America with the playing of our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
And once again, big thanks goes out to Mr. Rick Duffus and the McClain Band, and Miss Toddy Weeks and the McClain Tigerettes, Vanessa Pinwell and her cheerleading squad here at McClain. And I cannot forget, of course, Master Sergeant Wilson and the Cadet Corps for bringing us our callers for tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, once again, just a really cool pregame tradition. Numerous student groups out there doing that in a very patriotic fashion. We greatly appreciate that, as always. All right, so we're going to kind of turn our attention here to the field, and I believe might be the team entrance. Yeah, they're going to wait for the team entrance here, and they're going to get to Mr. Brady Streitenberger. Over the last 2 weeks, the students and staffs at both Washington and McClain engaged in a Change Challenge fundraiser where spare change was collected. The two schools wanted to come together to make a combined donation to Nationwide Children's Hospital. Knowing that these battles are bigger than the ones that are played out athletically, this year, third grader Brielle Anderson has been chosen as a mile champion for the Nationwide Children's Marathon next Sunday, October 15th. Brielle has a rare genetic mutation of the 16th chromosome known as GRIN2A. Brielle, like many of the kids who visit Nationwide Children's regularly, is a fighter. On the field with Washington Principal Brady Streitenberger and McClain Principal Matt Shelton is the Anderson family. Megan, Tyler, Reese, and Brielle Anderson want to thank both schools for their efforts and their combined donation. Over the last 2 weeks, the schools combined to raise over $3,000, and a combined donation will be made on behalf of both schools. While Washington may have won the change battle and students will be shaving Mr. Streitenberger's head shortly, the real winners are the families that will benefit from this gracious donation from both schools. Thank you to all who helped with this event. Let's give them all a big round of applause at home or here in the stadium. I just want everybody to know that I told Mr. Streitenberger yesterday that after he shaves his head here, there's a good chance his hair may not grow back. So
I'm not going to comment on anybody not having hair.
But if anybody's gonna do something like that, it's gonna be Mr. Streitenberger. And if it's for a kid, I know no one better to do it than him. So once again, thank you, Mr. Streitenberger, for doing that. And once again, the Anderson family with Brielle, where our thoughts and prayers are with you guys. And everyone who I've partaken in the Nationwide Children's Marathon before, and it's so cool when you're running past the Nationwide Children's Hospital. You see people, the kids waving at you, and like they said, every single mile marker they recognize a kid who is going through that battle. So it definitely hits for me. I know it hits for so many other people in a much harder way. So once again, thank you to those who have supported the Anderson family.
Yep.
And
yeah, I was going to say, we have the team coming out, and we've got Typho here tonight too. So and here comes the McClain Tigers.
And once again, thank you to the Tiger Youth Football Organization for giving the players that awesome tunnel as they came out. Once again, thank you to the Tigerettes and band and cheerleaders for that as well. Tonight's game will be coached by, on the McClain side at least, be coached by Mr. Keith Pinwell. On the Washington side, they will be coached by Mr. David Everson. I believe this is his first year as a coach for Washington.
Yes, Coach Williamson moved on after last year, and so they're under a new regime, new leadership, and they did graduate quite a bit of good quick talent last year, but I think they believe up in Washington Courthouse they have a chance to reload a little bit. They still got some young, quick players. We'll talk about a couple of them here upcoming, but they're going to come in ready to play, and I believe McClain's ready to play too. It's nice to be sitting on a 5-2, did we say, record? Hopefully we can do what we need to do to add to that tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Lyon, what would you say your key to the game would be tonight?
My key to the game, well, offensively, I think continue a lot of the different options that we've been using here over the last couple games, where not just Andrew Potts running the ball, but Drake Stapleton actually pulling it out and running a little on his, and a couple little quick slants. And I've really been impressed with Drake's being able to throw on the run over the last couple games to get him moving outside the pocket and just keep the ball moving, I think, offensively. Defensively, I would say we need to get in the backfield tonight. Washington Courthouse got a couple really quick guys, namely Rocky Jones and Mason Kaufman. I think we need to limit their ability to touch the ball by kind of maybe rattling their quarterback, Gavin Kaufman, a few times tonight. I think the more time we can spend in the backfield tonight, I think it's going to be good for us defensively.
Yeah, ultimately, we've said it all year long. The Hog Malleys are the ones who ultimately win the game for you. So whoever wins the battle up front will go a long way into to making that come to fruition here. And you're right. I want to piggyback off that, Mr. Lyons. You know, Drake Stapleton, he's had a heck of a stretch these last 2 to 3 weeks. Once again, last week, McClain defeating Chillicothe, first time in FAC history for McClain. And Drake's arm was obviously a very big part of that. So he's had a good stretch, and I know a lot of the younger kids look up to him and love watching him play. So we'll see if he can open it up a little bit more tonight as well. So we got about 30 seconds or so before the game. Once again, Tiger Trivia will come up at halftime, folks. $25 Visa gift card if you get the correct answer. So stick around for halftime. We'll give the answer between the third and fourth quarters, as we always do. And I'm hoping at some point, we're not going to be able to get to do it pregame like we wanted, but I'm hoping at some point we can get a quick interview with Principals Matt Shelton and Brady Streitenberger up here. So I'm sure they'll make their way up. Mr. Streitenberger is going to have a new hairdo once he gets up here, so looking forward to that. He's going to look a little bit like us.
Yes.
Yeah.
More like me than you, maybe.
Yeah.
Blue Lions won the toss, elected to receive the opening kickoff, so McClain will be kicking to Washington to begin this game.
And it looks like number 5, Mason Kaufman, and number 7, Rocky Jones, are back to receive for the Blue Lions. I know watching them on the track this past season, they are very fast. So you got to think McClain may not kick it to them.
I was just going to say, as a track coach, you got to watch those guys firsthand. I mean,
yeah, they were burners.
And they run against each other. I mean, it's usually those two battling out for who's going to be the quickest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pick your poison down there. I mean, both those guys can flat fly.
Yeah, something tells me Sauce Weller's probably not going to kick it in their direction. Let's hope not.
No.
Little squib kick I would expect here.
Or, I think we've taken to kicking some out of bounds and just giving them 35 or 40, I guess it is.
Yeah, it really is pick your
talking.
poison. All right, so Seth Weller is back to kick. Once again, Kaufman and Jones back to receive. They give it to Kaufman. He gets it. He's going to take his time, and he's going to explode up the middle. He's going to he's touched, but he's still going. Got a tackle here. Eventually brought down by Connor Frazier and Eli Douglas at the 40-yard line.
And there's the danger. I mean, you put it in the hands of Kaufman or Jones, you better hope you can tackle, because those guys can fly, and if they slip a couple tackles, it doesn't take much for them to go all the way.
Absolutely. And those kind of guys, they frustrate me because they make it look effortless, too.
They certainly do.
All right, so Washington will take over on the McClain 41-yard line. Wait to see what kind of offense we're going to get here. Looks like Jones and Kaufman will be out to the right.
Is that Ian Rogers right in the backfield with Gavin, I believe?
Yeah, you probably know these courthouse kids pretty well, Mr. Lyons.
I've had a few of them in class when I taught up there.
There you go. All right, they're going to hand it to number 4. That's Ian Rogers, right? Like you said, he's going to go for a big gain here, about 20 yards on the play. Good start here by the Lions.
Yep.
Blue Lions, sorry.
So yeah, you expect Jones and Kaufman to receive most of the touches, and here they start out with Rogers Wright, and he barrels right up through the middle and gets a good gain on first down.
All right, so that will put the ball at the McClain 20-yard line, left hash. Of course, McClain, they're going to be missing a big player tonight, Max Eichenberry.
Yes, they are.
Battling an injury bug here, so hopefully that won't bite him too hard. Looks like Kaufman will be back. Pistol set for Rogers Wright. He's going to hand off to him. Once again, big hole for Rogers Wright. He's going to take it to the left and gain about 13 yards on the play before being taken down.
2 big gains by Rogers Wright to start here. I mean, he's just taking that ball, protecting it, and running to hold. He starts in the middle. That time he bounced it outside, and McClain's going to have to contain that to edge, or it could be a long night if the Blue Lions are going to be able to run like this.
Absolutely. Good blocking up front by the Lions on the last play. Lions will have a 2 running back set in the backfield now. Jones behind Kaufman. Little option play to the right, speed option. Kaufman's going to take it up the middle, and he's going to be just shy of the end zone, but got about a half yard to go. So 2nd and goal.
So, yeah, Gavin elected to keep it there instead of pitching it out to Jones. It's a tough decision if you're a defender at that situation. Do you go with Bird in the hand, who's got the ball, or do you concentrate on Rocky, who's out to the edge? And so spreading it back out again.
They got some weapons for sure. Kaufman's going to be under center. He's going to hand off to Rogers Wright. He gets stuffed at the line, no gain on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and goal.
Good penetration that time by the McClain front, and got him before he could bounce to the outside. So hopefully we can.
And that's going to be the thing, there's been very few games this year where the McClain Tigers haven't held their own on the line of scrimmage. So if they can just keep the big plays contained inside, they stand a shot for sure here.
I mean, yeah, last week at Chillicothe, huge stand down there.
Absolutely.
Kept Chillicothe out of the end zone.
Kaufman under center once again. He's just going to sneak it. And
nice,
Cade Sponsel comes out of nowhere, knifes his way through the A-gap. Andrew Rader helps him clean it up.
Good job.
4th and goal on the 1-yard line.
Decision time.
Yep.
But man, that was great penetration right off the snap.
Blue Lions looking really good on their first few plays here, but they're getting stopped here at the half-yard line. That's a hard half yard to pick up.
It certainly is, but most coaches will tell you if we can't pick up a half yard, we don't belong in the ball game.
That's right. You don't deserve the touchdown at that point. All right, so Jones will be behind Kaufman in the pistol. Hand off to Jones, and he's going to barrel his way in. Looks like he was stopped just right before the end zone, but that speed ultimately explodes him into the end zone for a 6-0 lead for the Blue Lions.
I was surprised Washington went with the shotgun snap there that close to the goal line. I thought Kaufman would take it under center, but worked out for him. They gave Jones a little head of steam to get in there, and he needed every bit of it because McClain met him before the goal line, and he was able to just push it in.
Absolutely. So that will bring on the extra point try for Gavin Kaufman. Another Kaufman holding it, Mason. He will receive, kick is up, and is good. That will make your score 7-0, 9 minutes left to play in the first.
Well, you can see why Washington wanted the ball first. They marched right down and scored. It's up to McClain to answer at this point. So we said at the beginning of this, both teams have the ability to score. It's who can hold the guy when you need to and who can score just that 1 point more.
Absolutely. All right, so McClain's got a little bit of work to do on their first offensive possession of the game. Again, Blue Lions look good there. Kept it on the ground. I don't think we saw an attempted pass there. I mean, it was only probably 6 or 7 plays total, but good kickoff return by Mason Kaufman kind of led to that.
I believe it took him, 2 plays to go 30 yards, and 3 plays to go 5, I think is how that worked out.
Isn't that the darndest thing? Sounds like my golf game.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like Gavin Kaufman will be back to kick for the Blue Lions, and Riley Cummins and Owen Sykes, a pair of juniors, will be back to receive the ball for McClain. Kaufman's kick is up, It goes to Owen Sykes. He's going to bring it. Finds a little bit of a hole, but eventually gets stopped around the 35-yard line by a slew of Blue Lions.
I believe multiple Lions are a pride.
A pride of Lions.
Yep.
There you go. All right, so the Tigers will take over on first down, first offensive possession of the game here. You got to think they're going to try to give it a healthy dose to Andrew Potts here to start off the game.
I believe so.
But as you said before, Drake Stapleton has been playing some great minutes here lately, so you got to expect the ball will be in his hands a little bit too.
A mix of a little bit of run and pass from him too is going to be go a long way to freeing up Andrew.
Absolutely. He'll get in the pistol set here, and that's going to be, yeah, well, I didn't think they were going to call the false start there at first, but Caden Pinwell just got in a little bit big of a hurry there. I think one of the defensive ends for the Blue Lions threw him off a little bit. We want to give a shout out to the looks like I'm assuming the Typho, not the flag football, but the Typho cheerleaders. Might be flag football cheerleaders as well. Oh, cheer camp. Our cheer camp cheerleaders. So big shout out to those young ladies out there giving it their all. Drake Stapleton back in the pistol set, 2 wide. He's going to pitch it to Potts to the left. Potts barrels forward for about a 5 to 6 yard gain on the play. Good run.
Great first down pickup there. I mean, hey, we can do that every time.
Absolutely. Good hole there by the left side of that offensive line for McClain.
Yeah, I mean, I like seeing early on Andrew being able to go up the field north and south and not have to get outside to make his yards. I mean, anytime he can get right through the line, that's going to be great for this Tiger offense.
Absolutely. Once again, Stapleton back in the pistol, 3 wide. He's going to once again hand the ball off to Potts to that left side.
Good.
He's going to bumble forward, pick up about another 5 yards on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 3.
So you got plenty of options here. 3rd and 3. You can run. You can do a little pass out to the flat. I mean, 3rd and 3 is very manageable. You can your whole playbook is open at this point.
Absolutely. All right, so Tigers come out of the huddle. Trips wide. Caden Pinwell, we saw him in the backfield a lot earlier in the season, but he's kind of been split out wide, sometimes a little H-back motion here. Now he's in the jet motion. And they're going to once again give the ball to Potts, and he's going to rumble for a first down. About 3 5-yard pickups right in a row there.
Every time we'll take that.
Yeah.
You'd mentioned splitting out KP as another receiver. I mean, we talked about Max Eichenberry not being able to play tonight. You're going to need some hands someplace. Someone else is going to have to step up and catch a few passes, or at least give the option that we can throw to somebody, because that's one good receiver that you don't have out there tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so Drake Stapleton once again in the shotgun. He'll get it, hand off to Potts up the middle, and he's going to get stuffed around the line. Might pick up about a yard on the play.
So the Lions did a better job that time of closing that gap he was getting through, and he just didn't get that full head of steam going as he went. So shorter pickup there on first down.
All right, so 2nd and 8 on the play here. Got McCoon, Cummins, and Kendall Pinwell split out wide. Potts in the backfield, lone set. He gets the ball to the left-hand side again. He's going to pick up another yard on the play. That's going to bring up about a 3rd and 7 on the play.
Is that 13? I think that's Matthew Coleflesh submarine, that one, I believe.
Yes, it is. Matthew Coleflesh. I believe you probably had him in class.
I certainly did. So, yeah, he just got a little penetration there and got Andrew's legs and stopped him for a short gain. So now you're kind of limited in what you're able to do. You're going to have to get something that gets a little bit outside, I believe, on this one.
So Seth Weller comes in the game for the Tigers. He's the Tigers' other deep threat here, so you got to think Stapleton will look his way. He looks right, though, to Owen Sykes. Owen Sykes, big play, and he's going to pick up that first down.
Huge play by Drake there. He had a defender bearing down on him. He threw basically through that defender's hands, hit Sykes for the big gain. But under pressure, Blue Lions got into the backfield a little bit, but Drake stayed in there and delivered.
All right, so Tigers looking pretty good here on the first drive. Outside of that false start at the beginning there, they're moving the ball pretty well now. We got trips out to the left, single out wide to the right, Potts in the backfield.
Potts takes around the end.
Oh, Potts to the end there. A couple Blue Lions clean up the play at the end. And, man, I think I see a ghost. Oh, sorry, it's just Mr. Streitenberger's head. So hopefully here soon we will get Mr. Streitenberger a quick little interview here. Just maybe expand on Miss Brielle Anderson and, you know, everything that she has gone through and the strength that she's exuded. So
Tigers got 2nd and 1, it looks like, over there.
All right, trips wide to the left, single wide receiver to the right, handoff Potts up the middle, and he's going to pick up the first down. Once again, Tigers rumbling and bumbling.
I certainly like seeing, Mr. Luke, that they're able to run it up the middle. I mean, that's showing that your offensive line is controlling the line. I mean, if you're opening gaps right up front, you don't have to try to outrun somebody around the side. You're controlling that line.
And the Tigers are really using that left side of the offensive line towards their advantage. You got a senior-laden offensive line there, and they're looking good so far. And I think they're going to keep trying to exploit that. All right, so split back set in the backfield here. 3 wide receivers for Stapleton. He's going to get it, hands it off to KP. Nothing really going on that one, maybe a yard. All right, so that will place the ball around the 24-yard line for the Tigers. Seth Weller bringing in the play.
Seth's another one that might have to catch a few more passes tonight if we get to the passing game to take up for the lack of Max Eikenberry.
Yeah, I mean, the Tiger receiving corps, they've got big shoes to fill here for sure with Eikenberry out tonight.
And we've got a few guys that can catch a ball too. So
absolutely.
If we can protect Drake and let him have some time.
He's going to hand off Potts to the left. He's going to bumble towards the middle there. He's going to pick up some good yardage on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and short.
Yeah.
About a 3rd and 3.
Nice gain there on 2nd down. You needed something to set up 3rd and short, so you had some options.
I just want to thank Mr. Streitenberger, principal at Washington High School, for the jacket I'm wearing tonight. So I had to throw that out. All right, so once again, Stapleton in the pistol, joined in the backfield by KP and Potts. He's going to get it, and he's, bad snap there, but he's going to go ahead and take it for probably close to the first down.
I think he got it.
He kept pushing, kept moving those feet, and I think he's going to pick that up.
There was a lot of not quit in that run right there. Nice job by Drake to take a snap that was kind of high and make something of it. Made enough to get a first down and keep those chains moving.
Great improvisation by Mr. Stapleton there, doing a great job of making something out of nothing. So 1st and 10 here, ball on the 15-yard line. Blue Lions on their heels just a little bit here. 3 running backs in the back. Stapleton play action to the left. He's looking deep. He's just going to go ahead and take off himself. Little stutter step. Gets thrown down hard by number 10 for Courthouse. That is Isaac Hood on the tackle. And looked to be about a 3 to 4 yard gain for Stapleton on the play.
So it's the first true pass that we saw coming out tonight. Drake kind of rolled out and didn't really have anybody to throw to. Blue Lions did a pretty good job of covering receivers, so Drake just tucked it and got what he could on that pickup. So on 2nd down, we've got KP and Andrew in the backfield with Drake. Drake keeps it up the middle, gets a nice gain. So had a chance to hand it off to Caden, pulled it out of the belly, saw something he liked, and got a huge gain, or at least a nice gain there on 2nd down.
Yeah, good play there by the Tigers. That will bring up a 3rd and 8 there.
3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, sorry. Yeah, I was about to say, man, that sounded really weird when I said that.
So, yeah, again, I like these 3rd and manageable situations where your entire playbook is open at this point. Like, you can run just about anything you got out there.
This is going to be a big play for the offensive line here, getting some push here. You got to think it'll go to Potts' hands. Pistol formation. Pitch to Potts out right, and he's going to rumble bumble. He's going to be very close.
Is he in?
He's going to be just short. That's going to bring about a 1st and goal.
Yes.
43 seconds left to go in the first for the Tigers.
So I'm not one to jinx it, but Tigers have done a nice job of marching right back down the field after the Blue Lions on their initial drive punched it in. The Tigers have come right back, marched it down the field, and now they're on the doorstep of either tying or taking the lead, depending on what we do if we knock it in with the point after.
Handoff to Potts, and he's going to get in easy for the score. That will make your score 7-6 with 20 seconds left to go in the first.
Touchdown Tigers.
Potts. Outside of one pass there. Well, I guess there was 2 attempted passes. Stapleton took off with one of them, but kept it on the ground with Potts, utilizing the beast. Winning at the point of attack. And this will bring on an extra point attempt by Seth Weller. And Weller's kick is up.
Good.
And he just pooches it right over. The kids at the tailgate party are happy they got the ball there. Everybody wins on that.
7-7.
7-7.
So nice job by the Tigers answering the Blue Lions' opening drive.
Beautiful evening here, Mr. Lyons.
Certainly is. Nice and cool. We got to wear long sleeves tonight, and hopefully I got enough long sleeves on. Maybe I'm going to have to talk Mr. Streitenberger into get me a nice jacket like that.
All right, so that will bring a kickoff by the Tigers. Weller will line that kick up, and once again, hopefully he'll keep it away from Jones and Kaufman.
I don't think a kick to Jones or Kaufman is the play at this point.
We tried our luck the first time. I'd rather not try it again, so we'll see what old Seth can do here. Cheerleading camp cheerleaders got the crowd pumped. Kick is off. That's going to go out of bounds. So that will bring the ball to a manageable position for the Blue Lions.
To be fair, it might have been on the kickoff. They were trying to kick it short of Kaufman, and he's just so quick, I think he ran up on it.
Yeah.
Because where he and Jones sets up, there's probably 10 yards, and then you have Ian Rogers-Wright alone just in front of them. And I think Seth was trying to hit that spot to the left of Rogers-Wright, and Kaufman's just so quick. He got up under it and was able to catch it with a running start and got a big gain on the opening kickoff. So that one, no one's returning. So we have 20 seconds here to the end of the first quarter. The Blue Lions will take over for their second drive of the night. Again, on their first drive, they marched it right down with 2 big runs from Ian Rogers-Wright. Were able to punch it in later in the drive. So we've got 2 backs in the backfield with Gavin Kaufman. Jones right behind him. Handoff will go to Jones, and this kid can fly.
Yes, he can. He's going to pick up about 9 on the play there for the Blue Lions. Got to think Blue Lions will be content with just letting the clock run out here.
I believe so.
In this first quarter. And I think they're going to do that. Once again, the end of the first quarter, your score, Blue Lions 7, Tigers 7. And with that, Mr. Lyons is going to hand his headset off to Mr. Brady Streitenberger. And we're going to get to see the beauty and the beast. I'll let you guys decide who that is. All right, so turn the little camera on here.
Oh, look
Mr.
at it.
Streitenberger.
Look
the
at
glare. So, Mr. Streidenberger, want to thank you real quick for coming up and just having a few words with us.
Honored.
Obviously, you were a McClain Tiger for a while, and I'll never forget that. I'll never let you forget that.
8 great years, really, a lot of great memories and friendships still to this day.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You got me a sweet jacket, too, so I'm
You
so
earned
thankful.
it. You earned it.
So, Mr. Streidenberger, just tell us through, what was the idea going into it with Brielle? Obviously, she's having a struggle right now, and I think just both communities came together in a really awesome way to support her. If you can just kind of take us through that.
Sure. So I tell you what, I accepted the high school principal position in June, and immediately, Matt Shelton reached out, how can I help you, anything you need, because that's the kind of guy Matt is. And immediately we said, hey, we need to do something together. Just knowing there's been some history, it goes back forever. There's always been a rivalry here, but a friendly rivalry on the field is one thing, and that's where it should stay. So we said, let's find a way when we can. And the opportunity kind of came up, and the Nationwide Children's Marathon is next week, next Sunday actually. And we kind of wanted to do this. Brielle's a special kid, and the Andersons are very special to the Blue Line community and Fayette County community. And it just kind of took off, and it was really, really special. So the kids got really excited. Anytime you can get some high school kids and staff to raise, over $3,000 in 2 weeks, and that's amazing. So we're going to make that combined donation to Nationwide Children's, and just hopefully, I know the kids, a lot of good conversations with the kids about,
absolutely,
how fortunate everyone is with their health, and this is not something Brielle chose. She was diagnosed pretty early on, and then they were able to identify that it's a rare genetic mutation, and they don't have a ton of answers, but they're just monitoring and trying to treat things as they go, and just she's a ball of energy, and she smiles, and her sister Reese is incredible too. So I mean, just a breath of fresh air, really.
Absolutely. We'll come back to you here in a second. We're going to get back on the game for just a minute here. We will continue that interview. All right, so looks like Kaufman will be back in the pistol formation. I believe that's Jones behind him.
It is.
Play action. He's going to look for Rogers right. He's going to chuck it downfield, and that's going to be –
that was a great catch if he made it.
Hauled in. Do you know who that is, Mr. Streitenberger?
Looks like it would have been 10.
That would be Hood, Isaac Hood.
Yes, Isaac Hood.
All right, great catch there by,
I think great catch, just a step out of bounds, I believe.
Step out of bounds, it looked like, yep. So they're going to bring that back for the Blue Lions. And that will bring up a 3rd and 2.
Typically, you'd see Isaac kind of pounding the ball in between the tackles, so not often we see him out on the edge there.
All right, so that will bring up once again Kaufman in the pistol set, Rogers right, and Jones in the backfield along with him. 3 wide, sorry. That's going to be a little option play to Jones. He's going to pick up some big yards. He's using that speed over the right-hand side. And he's going to evade the McClain defense all the way to the end zone.
No flags, touchdown.
So that will bring your score 13-7. Courthouse is now leading.
Pretty explosive kid. I mean, I think we've seen that all year. We've got a couple guys, if you get the ball in some space, they might just go the whole way.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's something we were bragging about him. I know I saw him on the track last year, and I pretty well knew they were going to try to get the ball in his hands. So, and it turned out pretty well. So Kaufman will be back to kick the extra point with the other Kaufman holding. Are they brothers?
They are brothers.
They are brothers.
Brothers, senior and junior.
Kaufman and Kaufman there. Extra point is up and is good. That will make your score 14-7.
And that last formation, you got the Haycock brothers on the outside. You've got Noah and Isaiah, and then you've got Kaufman and Jones, and some pretty special athletes if we can get them the ball in space.
Pretty darn good athletes. Brad, if we want to, we'll keep continuing this little interview here, but yeah, if you can just keep going where you left off there, Mr. Streitenberger,
sure.
with Brielle's story.
Yeah, so it's and it's been one, I've kind of grown to know the family a little bit, and just you learn more from Brielle than you maybe ever realize. Just her energy and her smile, and really my daughter Lily has become pretty good friends with. That's not from my head, I can tell you that. Pretty good friends with their youngest daughter Reese. So just neat to see the family dynamic there, and just Tyler, a local farmer, Tony Anderson. Your Fayette County people will know Tony. But yeah, Brielle's been selected as a mile champion. So
and I was telling Mr. Lyons, I've had the chance to do the nationwide, like half marathon, and it's so cool to see the kids' pictures there and them just being represented. And
short kickoff, fielded by number 19, it looks
that's
like.
Eli Douglas. He will be brought down.
Yeah, it's you get to the each mile has a different child, and then there's a really incredible mile that's the
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I can't put a name to it.
Yeah, and every mile when you cross, there's different mile champions, and they're in the tent, and usually the kids are there and the families, and really just it's an empowering thing and really special. Whether you're a runner, whether you're not, I know that sounds crazy. There are some non-runners who run half marathons sometimes just for the event there.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you get a chance, go to the Nationwide Children's Marathon next Sunday. It's an awesome, awesome event. So much support and so many proceeds go back to those kids who need those funds. So once again, thanks to everyone involved with that. So Stapleton back, split set. And
no flag?
No flag on the play.
Thought we had a free play.
They're going to let him play here. Stapleton's going to hand off to KP to the right, and he's going to pick up about 3 to 4 yards on the play. Well, Mr. Streitenberger, once again, thanks for coming up here and hanging out for a few minutes and just expanding on Brielle's story a little bit. And once again, like always, it's awesome to see you and awesome to be here with you.
Absolutely. If I have just a second, I want to shout out an awesome event we have in Fayette County, Washington High School next week. It's called Fields of Faith. It's a faith-based event put on by the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. We have a speaker coming in. Anybody in Southern Ohio can attend. It is geared towards high school students, but really it's going to be a really special night. And that'll be at Washington High School. Food and games at 5:30. There'll be a worship service at 6:10, and then the speaker will start at 6:30. His name's Caleb Freeman. He's from Oklahoma. Was in a tragic car accident and has battled back through that. Just a message of hope and resilience, and we think it's going to be a really powerful night for Southern Ohio.
Awesome, yeah.
So,
an awesome organization. Glad you guys are going to have that up there. So check that out for sure, guys. All right, Mr. Streitenberger.
Mr. Luke, always a pleasure, sir.
Always a pleasure, man. Once again, thanks for coming on and just hanging out. All right, so back to the action here. Stapleton's back split back set here. He's going to hand off to Caden Penwell up the middle. Oh, Potts, sorry. That was a good fake there by Stapleton. And Potts is going to pick up the first down at midfield. Mr. Lyons, good to have you back.
Hey, thank you, sir. I got a chance to step out here on the platform and watch a bit of the game. Watched Rocky Jones' big run there, and it's a different view when you're outside the booth than inside the booth.
Yes, a little foggier.
Some of the windows a little foggy, yeah.
All right, so once again, 1st and 10, ball on the 49-yard line for McClain. Stapleton will get it. He's going to hand it off to Potts and just sniffed out really, really well there by number 44. That's Miguel Utera.
Yeah.
For Washington.
So the Blue Lions did a really good job that time of taking away all the options Drake had. I mean, if he'd have kept it, I think he was going to be tackled for about the same loss. He gave it up. There were a lot of them in the backfield and had all of the options covered on that one.
Yeah, I mean, really from the start, Potts did not get a chance. Even if Stapleton wanted to keep it, he had the backside.
Yeah, they had everything covered.
Yep, well done there on the Blue Lions' part. All right, so the Tigers will take over 2nd and 15. Stapleton once again back in the pistol. He's going to fake to Potts. He's looking downfield for McCoon, but he gets it to, pass short of Caden Penwell.
Yep.
So that will bring up 3rd and very long for the Tigers. Pretty precarious spot.
I think it appeared that was a pretty good play design. There were 3 or 4 Blue Lions that were getting back to Drake, but because they were back with him, if he were able to connect with Caden there, Caden had a few yards to run even after he caught it. Couldn't quite connect.
Once again, got some good athletes on that Washington defensive line there. They're starting to get some pressure on Stapleton. So we'll see if they can cook up here on 3rd and long. Trips wide to the right, single wide to the left. That's Seth Weller. He looks down the middle for Andrew Potts, but once again, just no time to throw for Stapleton. that
No.
defensive line. It looked like number 44, Utera again. Yeah, he knifed through in the middle. Just put way too much pressure on Stapleton.
So I'm seeing a couple numbers here on the Blue Lions defense. Just one stand out to me, Ian Rogers-Wright. I'm noticing that under the new coach, you got a lot more Blue Lions probably playing both ways. I know the former coach really liked to keep his offensive players offense and his defensive players defense and tried to run one squad. But neither of our schools are that big that you can really afford to do that. And Coach Williamson has success with it, but I don't think the new coach is doing that.
All right, Weller back to punt. His punt is up. He's going to get it to Mason Kaufman. Kaufman again with the speed. He's going to get out wide past Connor Frazier. He's going. Good block there by Jones. Kaufman's still running. He's only got 2 to beat, and he's going to take it for the punt return. Once again, the 2 guys we said were dangerous, Kaufman and Jones.
Big plays.
Big plays. That will make your score 20-7. Blue Lions up.
I mean, seeing what we're seeing, I know it's just one of those nights, but I don't know how anybody can really contain those 2 guys for an entire game.
Oh, it's hard.
For Hillsborough to hold this team with those 2 guys on it to only 6 points last week, they must have really been covering well. So,
absolutely.
And once again, Kaufman caught it with a running start, and you give him a running start, and it's be tough to stop him.
Very tough. All right, so Gavin Kaufman will be back to kick. Mason Kaufman to hold. Kick is up and good. That will make your score 21-7. Brad, if we can go ahead and get a quick ad in, that'd be great.
Brace Place Orthodontics. An orthodontist you can trust, Brace Place provides braces and clear aligners to patients of all ages. They can help you get the beautiful smile that you want by straightening teeth naturally. As a specialty practice, their services are limited to orthodontics and related care. So that means every patient is important, and they'll work with your general dentist to give you the best orthodontic care possible. CNC Barbershop. Need a cut, trim, shave, or new style? CNC Barbershop has you covered. When you sit down in the chair, you'll be greeted with attention to detail, and you'll always finish with a refreshing hot towel, great for these cooler months. Whether you're growing a mullet or have come to your senses, CNC is the place to be for a great cut and a great time.
All right, and back to the action. Kaufman back to kick for Washington. Ball will go to Riley Cummins. Cummins has a little bit of room here to work with.
Let's get one here. Come on.
He's trying that right side out. Just nothing going. He's going to get tackled eventually by number 24 for Courthouse. That is Bryson Self. Bryson. Forgive me if I got that wrong. All right, so that will bring the ball to around the Tiger 35-yard line.
So now 2 touchdowns down. I mean, obviously the game's not out of hand, but you want to get some points out of this drive if you can.
Yeah, this would be this is pretty important to get some momentum back.
Right.
Even if you come away with something like a field goal here. I mean,
I think anything on the board.
Anything on the board is a big win for McClain.
Gets the momentum back coming our way a little bit.
All right, so McClain's going to start by spreading the ball out wide. Pistol set. Potts alone in the backfield. Stapleton gets it. He's going to hand it to Potts up the middle. He bounces to the right-hand side. Nothing going much after that. Your boy, Utero.
Utera, yeah. On that first drive that McClain was so successful on, they were getting Andrew able to run up the field right up through the middle for 5-6 yards. The Blue Lions have done a pretty good job of shutting that off now. So
yeah, they've really forced him and both Caden Penwell to really try to push the outside a little bit more than what I think they want to.
Yeah.
So that McClain offensive line, those big hog malleys, let's see if they can push just a little bit more here. Ball to Stapleton. He's going to be back to pass. That was pretty high for Owen Sykes there. Lucky it wasn't picked off by the Washington corner on the play.
So I believe that time, I mean, basically the Blue Lions are sticking probably 7, sometimes 8 guys within 4 yards of the line of scrimmage, and so they're almost daring the McClain Tigers to pass the ball.
Yeah, and again, Stapleton, we know what he can bring. He's missing his most explosive wide receiver. That does have an effect on you, but let's see if they can work past that. All right, so Stapleton will be back to pass. Pressured by Courthouse. He throws it up. Picked by number 18 for Courthouse. Sorry, 16 for Courthouse. Gabriel Perez. Tigers try to strip the ball. To no avail, though. That's going to be a turnover. Ball to Courthouse. 7 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
I think Drake might have had to let that go just a little bit earlier than he anticipated that he wanted to, because again the Blue Lions were in the backfield bearing down on him. Receiver was that McClain, attempted receiver. I think he wasn't looking back quite as early as he wanted to look back either. I think everything was
little fade
forced
route there.
Yeah.
Just you take however many steps, 4 or 5 steps before you start looking back on that fade, and just wasn't there yet.
So everything was sped up a little bit by the Blue Lions there. So both the receiver and quarterback were didn't have as much time as they wanted.
All right, so that will put the ball on the Blue Line 48. Once again, 1st and 10. They got plenty of time to do something here. Kaufman in the shotgun. Jones in the backfield with him. No, I'm sorry, that would be Rogers Wright.
All right, so the defense needs to step up here.
He's going to look to pass to the right. He's going to look deep. Well defended by Cam Medley there. I was afraid maybe for a second there Medley might get a pass interference. Didn't have his head turned all the way, but looked like he did not have to get too handsy on the play there, so good defense.
So, and that was intended for the big receiver, Isaiah Haithcock.
Ineligible receiver downfield, it looks like. All right, so that will bring the ball back for the Blue Lion offense. 5 yards. And that will bring up 1st and 15, replaying the down. Once again, guys, we have Tiger Trivia coming up at halftime, so stick around.
High snap.
Cummins in pursuit of Rogers Wright. He's going to get the corner on him, though. Goes out of bounds after Cade Sponsel comes out of nowhere.
I know we talked a lot about Jones and Kaufman, and rightfully so to start this game, but Ian Rogers Wright's kind of impressing me with his runs early, and then a nice little route out of the backfield there, and catch and run after catch, and that's just another weapon they have that I wasn't really anticipating tonight.
Yeah, I'm impressed with their weapons. They're fast, they're shifty, they know how to use angles.
They're giving Kaufman some pretty good time back there, too.
Yes, they are. The line is impressing me. Rogers Wright once again with the run. He will take it for about 4 yards on the play. And that will bring up 2nd and 5 on the play. So Sponsel having to work a little harder on this series here. We've seen him on 3 or 4 tackles so far. Sideline to sideline. Gavin Kaufman will be back in the backfield, 2 running back set. He's going to hand it to Jones. Speedy back, cuts back in.
There it was.
Shifts his way through, and he's going to pick up a Blue Lion 1st down.
You get one shot with a guy like that before he's going to spring it for 12 yards. I mean, McClain had a chance to trip him up for a 1 or 2 yard gain. You miss that tackle, he's going to get another 10 on you. Both he and Kaufman are great. Once you miss the tackle, they can really turn it on. They're pretty electric.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so McClain back. 4 down linemen here. Oh, fumble by Kaufman, but not before Jones. Very heady play there. Jones picks it up, jumps on the ball, saves a turnover. That would have been a big, big turn of events for the McClain Tigers.
So here we are. Defense needs to step up. I mean, this is one of those situations where if you can hold them to no points or at the most a field goal attempt, again, that would be a pretty good win when the other team gets it down this far on you.
All right, so Kaufman, he's going to do a little speed option there to Jones. And he gets the edge once again before being brought out of bounds by Cummins. I think they're going to get Cummins on a late hit there. And I don't think that's not going to be hard to argue there. I think Riley came in just a little too late on that.
Yep. Those guys are frustrating. You think you got a beat on them, and then they're not where you thought they were going to be once you go to make that hit. And sometimes when you get there, they're already out of bounds.
Right. All right, so Tigers back on their heels here. You got to think they got to get a big stop. You know, down 2 scores. That's still fairly manageable. We've seen the Tigers come back from that this year. 3 scores, that's getting into some territory you definitely do not want to be in. So hopefully the Tigers can pin their ears back and get a big stop here.
Well, I mean, you get down like that, and it takes away what is your bread and butter. I mean, the strongest part of the offense is the running game, and if you're chasing the entire time, it's hard to – you don't have enough time to run as many times as you need to get back in this. We can pass, but it's not what we always go to.
Right. We are a running team first.
Yeah.
The Blue Lions know that. They want to get ahead of us quick and force us into some errors. So, once again, Tiger defense got to step up here. All right.
See one of those stands like we saw at Chillicothe.
Yeah, absolutely. So, ref calling the play dead. We'll see what the reason is. Officials timeout on the field. All right, Brad, if you can, let's go ahead and get a quick ad in.
Collins Septic, proudly serving Fayette and surrounding counties with complete septic tank and restaurant grease trap cleaning. Collins Septic is ready for your call when you're backed up and the stuff hits the fan. Give them a call today at Collins Septic. Community Savings Bank. Community Savings Bank is a state
All right, Mr. Lyons, back to the action here.
Okay. You got what?
Still figuring out what that official's timeout was for, but either way, Gavin Kaufman back in the pistol. Jones behind him. Handoff to Jones to the right-hand side. He's going to be brought down by Andrew Potts. Big play. That might have been a personal foul by Jones. I don't think the refs are going to call that, though. I think they're going to let that one go. Jones got a little frustrated at the end of that play. I think he got away with one there.
It was kind of tough to see. When he went down to just one knee, and so I think McClain, a couple guys on McClain wasn't sure if he was completely down, and so in that confusion, like you said, Jones got frustrated. And
all right, so hey, big 4th down play, 4th and 5. Not quite 4th and goal. Fake to Jones. Kaufman rolls out. Wide open. That will be Isaiah Haythcock, the big 6'4" wide receiver, with the touchdown reception for the Blue Lions. That will make your score 27-7 with 4.5 to go in the half.
Yeah, he didn't have a defender within 5 yards of him.
And it's always tricky. You know, you get down to that point on the field, and play action is your best friend.
Yeah, certainly. Well, when you can run it like they've run it,
yes,
you've got to respect the run every time they go into it. So I understand biting on that run because it's been a healthy dose of, as the extra point is good, it's been a healthy dose of Jones, Kaufman, and Ian Rogers-Wright. And so when they fake that run, it's easy to let one of those receivers get loose.
Yes. Yeah, they're taking Blue Lions are taking advantage of that simple fact right now to make it a 3-score lead over the Tigers. Brad, if you can, let's get a quick ad and recognize our sponsors.
Community Savings Bank. Community Savings Bank is a state-chartered mutual savings institution. Because the company is owned by its depositors and not stockholders, the attention is focused on community development and customer relationships. CSB's mission is to serve as a cornerstone for community development while providing superior financial services, and they do that every day at their locations in Bethel and right here in Greenfield.
All right, kick is a squib kick. Looks to get into Owen Sykes' hands. He's going to bring it out wide to the right. And it looked like number 24, Bryson Self, with the push out of bounds. Is it Brayson or Bryson?
Brayson, I believe.
Brayson, okay. I didn't know if the A was silent or not on it. All right, so push out of bounds around the 40-yard line. Tigers take over with 4:20 left to go in the half. Once again, Tigers down 3 scores. If you can just make this manageable going into the half, I believe they get the ball at half. So that'd be a big momentum swing.
Yeah. Score here is, I mean, it does wonders for you.
A little end around to
There you
Riley
go.
Cummins. Had a blue line defender sniff it out. He just kind of tripped at the end there. Looked like number 30 for the Blue Lions. No, it wasn't Isaiah. It wasn't 30. Oh, Isaiah Hood or Isaac Hood.
Number
Sniffed that play out. Cummins had to come back inside. Cummins still picks up about 3 to 4 on the play.
But I like trying to do something a little different just to give the Blue Lions something to think about so they can't just keep keying on the same thing. So
yes,
the
big fan of that.
more looks we can give them, the more they're going to have to respect some of our other options.
All right, so Stapleton in the pistol. He's going to hand to Potts. Bumbled it from the start there.
Yeah.
That didn't get a good head of steam there. Maybe picks up a half yard on the play.
First drive, that play goes for 6 yards every time. This Blue Lions are doing a good job of clogging up that middle now.
Yeah, and the Blue Lions, they got some big athletic boys up there in the front 4, really opening up some good lanes for their linebackers to make some plays here. All right, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 7, 3 minutes left in the half. McClain on their own 44-yard line. Big play here. I would say probably the biggest play of the game so far.
Need a first down. Need a first down.
Stapleton to pass. And just a little too high for Caden Penwell. Ball soars. Mason Kaufman almost picks it off, but that will bring up 4th and 7.
Well, and then here's your danger. We got to punt it to one of their electric backs, and they've got 2:51 left in the half. So they've shown they can score quickly.
Yep.
So we've got two big feats ahead of us. 1, don't let them take it back, and 2, hold them once they get the ball. So let's see what we can do.
All right, Weller back to kick. Matisic in motion. And he's going to punt it once again to Kaufman. Kaufman has some room. He's going to try to get to the edge.
We've got 1 flag down.
Got Cam Medley waiting for him. Good open
Nice
field
tackle.
tackle by Medley. Man, he makes
Nice
some good
tackle.
open field tackles.
Nice tackle. Well, it helped. At least Sauce had Kaufman moving backwards when he caught it. I think it's a big thing. You can't let those guys catch it running with a full head of steam forward.
Absolutely.
So he had to try to get outside.
Much better punt that time by Weller for sure. Putting a little sauce on it.
I did call him Sauce, didn't I? Sorry.
I always do. It's the kids do it. I don't
I'm
know.
just used to calling him Sauce now.
Yep. It sounds cool. So.
It does sound cool. I never got a cool nickname like that when I was in school.
I didn't either. So. All right. So Blue Lions come out. Actually, I got a nickname.
There we go.
It definitely wasn't as good as that one. All right, so that's going to be holding on the Blue Lions. I didn't see that flag being thrown.
About mid punt.
Mid punt, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the ball's going to come back. Ball was on the 33-yard line. And they're going to bring that back a good solid 10 yards here. Put the ball on the blue line 23. So that helps out the Tiger defense a little bit here. Once again, the Tigers get it back after half. So they can get a stop here. They can still make it to where it's manageable. Got to get a stop, though. All right, Tigers in a 2-safety look here. 3 linebackers.
So
little end around to Mason Kaufman there.
we need a tackle. We need a
And
tackle.
once again, uses that speed. He's going to stay in bounds. Tigers got a tackle. He's still
got
going.
a tackle. We got a tackle.
And he is still rumbling. Tigers finally bring him down. I think that was Owen Sykes coming from behind.
Big gain, big gain.
And the Tigers thought they had Kaufman down around midfield, but Kaufman dancing on that sideline, spins back to the middle, picks up an extra 25, 30 yards.
I think there was an attempt to just hit him to knock him out of bounds without the football coaches getting all the time. If you're going to go hit somebody, wrap them when you hit them.
Yep, absolutely.
If you don't wrap, they can get out.
All right, so that will put the ball on the 19-yard line for the Blue Lions. And as you said, Mr. Lyons,
it doesn't take them long.
It does not take them long with the athletes they got.
Well, and I mean, I think we'll say it all night. You get a chance to tackle them, you got to get those guys on the ground because you can't keep giving them extra chances to run. They're just too quick.
All right, so Kaufman back, looks left for the pass. He's going to chuck it downfield. And I think that was
out of bounds. That was a nice catch, but I don't think he got his feet down.
Nice catch. I thought he had it there for a second.
I was going to say, it looked from where we were like he did.
I thought he had it, but the refs are going to call it out of bounds there. That was Brayson Self. Good catch on the play. Just couldn't haul it in bounds. All right, so Tigers get a little bit of a break there.
Do we need to go down to the pylon cam for that there, Mr. Luke?
If anyone can get us a pylon cam, it is none other than Brad Rowland. So, Brad, that's our next thing we buy, okay, man? Next investment. All right, Kaufman hands it off to Jones. He's going to shift back inside there. He's going to pick up about maybe 4 to 5.
Better job that time of the first guy touching him, wrapping him up and getting him down. Because that's what you got to do. Even if they get 3 or 4 or 5 yards, first guy that gets to him's got to hold on to him.
All right,
big
so that
third
brings
down.
Up big third down. 3rd down and 7, minute and 30 left to go. You got to think Coach Everson here, he's going to try to do something, a little misdirection. It seems like the misdirections have been working a little bit tonight. We saw that end around just now with Mason Kaufman.
Well, and their play action has worked so well for them, too.
Yes, it is. Yeah, you got to think they're going to try to run with that a lot more now. Kaufman just back
Straight
for a simple
back.
pass. He's going to chuck it to Haythcock. And good defense there by Medley.
Yeah, I was going to say, both players had hands on each other. Nothing nothing out of the ordinary. That was good defense on that.
Absolutely, yeah. Once again, Cam Medley impressing all of us with his defensive play. Open field tackles, good pass coverage.
Say, a couple games I've done, we've said his name a lot on defense.
A lot, absolutely. So that'll bring up 4th and 7. Minute to go in the half. Once again, big play here by the Tigers.
So
living to fight another day here. Looks like they're going to drop back in zone coverage here probably. Kaufman looks left. He's going to take off to the right. He's looking to the end zone. Once again, good coverage there by Cam Medley. Haythcock's looking for a flag. that was an uncatchable ball.
I was going to say, I think both teams might have had an argument on that play. It looked like there might have been a bit of a hold in the backfield, and I think the Blue Lions were asking for a little extra hold there on the receiver. So
yep.
I think they both ended up even on that one.
Yep. So a break for the Tigers there. Still score 28-7, but Tigers do get the ball back after the half. You got to think Tigers, you're missing a big deep threat with Eikenberry tonight.
58 seconds, so it's not easy to get down the field. I mean, it's not impossible. I remember a game earlier this year where right before the halftime, I think we hit Caden Penwell.
Yes, we did.
And he ran one in and something a little bit unexpected.
And you want to know what I said right before that? I said, I think they're just going to run it out. Well.
So, I mean, hey, we can hope for something here. You just don't want to turn it over. That's your big thing here.
Stapleton is going to just simply hand it off to Potts. He's going to bumble, though. He's rolling.
Oh, my
He's throwing
goodness.
Some courthouse defenders
Oh, my goodness.
Well, that was a fun one to watch, and the best thing is he went out of bounds.
That
Clock stops at 54 seconds.
That was quite a run. Quite a run. Yeah, I mean, Andrew, I mean, he's got that size. He's got the speed and he's got the size.
Yeah.
If you want to take him on, best of luck to you. If you try to hit him high, you're probably going to lose.
Yep, absolutely. I always like to talk some major smack to Andrew in class, but let's be honest here. I don't want to try to tackle him.
If you want to try to tackle him high, you're probably going to lose.
Yeah. All right, so, hey, big play here. Tigers got some timeouts, I believe, left too. So Stapleton's going to be alone in the backfield here. Trips to the right. Not a lot of time. He's going to get – great catch there by Potts, and he's still going.
It's the Andrew Potts show now.
Andrew Potts show, one-handed.
What a catch.
Razzle-dazzle. And you know the best part about that? He caught it with one hand, and he was like, okay. He just said, no, I'm not going down just yet. I'm going to pick up another 5 yards.
He fought right after. I mean, caught the ball, secured the ball, and then started running over guys.
Whew.
So here we were.
Was a fun series. Yeah, I know, right?
13 seconds ago, we said, I don't know if they can move down the field.
You know, I'm going to say that before every single
exactly.
series.
I think
I am wrong every single time.
It's that 58-second offense we have.
Yeah.
But
that from the 80s 49ers there. Joe Montana is their quarterback.
Great. Joe Montana. No, the two great plays. I think the first one was a bit unexpected. That Andrew broke that and then got so many yards after the first hit. That one, I mean, credit to Drake for getting it off. He was under some serious pressure, and he got it off. Andrew hauled it in, and another big gain.
All right, so this makes the end of the half a lot more interesting. Ball
Certainly
on
does.
the Blue Lions 33 here. So Tigers are definitely in threatening territory.
Get some points here. Get some points.
Absolutely. That'd be awesome. All right, Stapleton back to pass. He's looking to the right. He's got a receiver in Penwell, but just couldn't quite get it there. Number 16, Gabriel Perez, coming from his safety spot to put a little bit more pressure on the receiver there.
So Drake did end up on the ground at the end of that play, but it felt like he had a couple more seconds to throw that pass. And if you give him that much time, he's going to find a guy. So good job by the line that time and pass block. You just got to give your quarterback some time when we got to drop back to pass.
All right, so that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 here. Ball on the 33. 40 seconds left to go in the half. Stapleton once again alone in the backfield. Potts in a little H-back set there. He's looking to the right, looking for Cummins. Just couldn't quite connect. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 10 for Stapleton and the Tiger offense.
Might have had a couple different routes being run there. I don't know that if Drake thought Riley might be coming back and Riley thought that he was going. I'm not sure. Just fell short.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscommunication there. I don't know if Drake was looking for a back shoulder or something there. Never seen a high school quarterback pull off a successful back shoulder throw.
Usually it's an accident if they do.
Yeah. All right, so that'll bring the Tigers out in a 4-wide set. Potts alone in the backfield here. Blue Lions are creeping up towards the line there. He's going to get it to Sykes. Sykes, a little bit of a move, and he gets out.
Good.
Smart play there by Sykes.
Nice job.
Good timing there by Stapleton. That's going to put the ball on the 19-yard line. 30 seconds left, so Tigers threatening. Once again, you get any kind of points on the board here, that is a win for the Tigers going into the half.
Nice job all around. Nice block there in the backfield. Blue Lions had a guy bearing down on Drake, and I think it was Andrew got just in front of him just enough to give Drake a little extra time. So good job all around.
Absolutely. All right, so here we go, folks. 20 yards to go before we hit the pylons there. We got Charlie Roman up here with some pom-poms. All right. Pass intended for Caden Pinwell. Incomplete.
Blue line's in the backfield that time with Drake, so he had to get rid of it pretty early. May have done just as much to throw it away that time as anything else. So just didn't have much time. Save some clock and go right back at it here on second down.
And we have a 2nd and 10 coming up.
So still plenty of time to get a couple plays, sniff the end zone here. Let's see if we can put some points on the board here before the end of the half.
Stapleton alone in the backfield. He's had better protection this series. Let's see if they can pull it off this time. He is under pressure, looking to the right. Had a receiver in Owen Sykes, Connor McCune at the last second, just couldn't quite connect. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 10.
That's just a tough pass to throw. He's kind of running back to his right, trying to throw back across his body. It's just a tough throw to make. I said I've been impressed over the last few weeks of his ability to throw on the run, but that was a pretty tough one.
All right, so Brad, if you can go ahead and give us a quick ad, please.
Corner Pharmacy. At Corner Pharmacy, they've been taking care of customers in the Greenfield area and beyond since 1948. Their pharmacy specializes in serving the community with fast, friendly, professional service and the highest quality medicines and health products. You'll always be greeted by name, and their pharmacists take the time to counsel you and answer your questions. They offer free delivery, where you can stop into their location on the corner of Jefferson and Washington Streets in Greenfield, or pull up to their convenient drive-up. Corner Pharmacy would also like to remind you that flu season is here, so it's time to get your yearly flu immunization.
All right.
We're back to the action. 3rd and 10. I don't know where I got 4th down at. Stapleton, he's going to carry it here just to pick up a few yards. Probably a good play call there. He's going to pick up about 4 or 5. Definitely makes it a manageable 4th down. And Tigers call a timeout wisely. So big play to end the half here. Once again, folks, we do have Tiger Trivia coming up. And from what I understand, the Tiger and Blue Line bands also have something special coming up at halftime as well. So stay tuned.
A couple nice bands, both influenced by Ohio University.
OU, oh yeah.
Indeed.
OU, oh yeah.
The most exciting band in the land.
That's right. They put another word in front of that.
for Ohio State?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, the Marching 110, the most exciting band in the land.
Let's see, Blaine Weddington, former McClain band director. She just very recently went back to Ohio University for some grad studies, and I guess is a big wig in the band now.
I believe
as
so.
well as an advisor. So big shout out there to Blaine.
So, Mr. Luke, I think this is where we say, I don't know how many options McClain has with 15 seconds left, and then they're going to pull out something that we weren't expecting.
No, I'm just going to go ahead and say I think they're going to run it out.
Okay, just run it out.
So they'll score now. All right, so 3 wide receivers. Owen Sykes at tight end. Lone running back in the backfield alongside Stapleton. Potts is in motion. Got to think they're maybe looking for Potts here, but nope. They're going to look for Sykes, and he's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he is within the 5-yard line. Once again, Tigers score here. It can be big momentum shift.
So they did have another timeout.
They had another timeout, and they spin it wisely. Coach Pinwell dialing up the right time to call that timeout. This is 2-play territory here for the Tigers with 9 seconds left. Stapleton cannot take a sack if he goes back to pass.
It's 2-play if you pass. I mean, that's you're not going to be able to, if you run it up the middle, you're not going to get another play off.
Correct.
So you can pass one, and if you want to run the last one, you can. But I dare say this is, unless you think you're going to punch it in, you probably can't run this next ball.
And yet again, how wrong Was I?
Again, we did it again.
we were 90 yards on the other side of the field, and I'm saying, we got less than a minute, run it out. And here we are. I don't even know what to say. They always do this
60% of the time, we're wrong every time.
That's right. I'm not very good at math, but I think I kind of understand that. All right, so Tigers got another chance here to two-play territory. You got to think they're definitely going to go for a pass here. Stapleton cannot take a sack. 3 wide. Potts again, once in motion. Stapleton looking for Seth Weller, covered there by Jones. Good defense there.
Yep, good defense.
Yep. Kept his eye on the quarterback, got in front of the route.
Might have bought another play there.
Yeah, I think so. That only took 2 seconds off the clock.
So you got 2 more plays available to you now.
And once again, hey, good play call there.
Yeah, as I say,
it's worth it. If it's going to be that quick.
One of the benefits of running the quick slant, because if it doesn't work, you save yourself another play.
Now, if you're the Tigers, do you fake the quick slant and then fade back into the corner of the end zone? You still can probably get another play out of that if you do it. A little less risk involved. Jones looked like he was jumping that route pretty hard there. So.
Right. I mean, I like the old pick play at this point too.
Yeah, that works. Stapleton looks
nice.
at Cummins.
Oh, no.
And that's
it.
That's going to be the half. And Cummins is just short. I think their argument was Cummins was on top of the defender as he rolled out, so he wasn't technically down in bounds. And he is stopped at the half-yard line.
Well,
and McClain coaching staff not happy. That's a tough call for any ref. That's a tough call.
Washington Courthouse leaving the field. That is halftime.
That is halftime. Refs conferred.
So that was a tough way to end the half, but
McClain showed some signs of life there.
Certainly.
If you're like me, you certainly said just run the ball out. But they gave a heck there, and they took a chance and almost got it. So that'll make your halftime score Blue Lions 28, Tigers 7. Once again, we'll have some Tiger trivia coming up. Enjoy both of the bands here, and we'll get back to the action here very soon.
Favorites, new and old. Bang is the lead single from American pop artist AJR's 4th studio album, featuring the voice of NY City Subway. Here we go.
Everything 90s is hot and back in style. This trend inspired our next tune from the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones with the rhythm and blue front and center. Here's the impression that I get. The year was 1971. Walt Disney World opened in Florida, and this rockin' pot liquor tune hit the radio. Both brought us tons of cheer. Blue Lion Marching Band is directed by Matt Stanley and assisted by Ben Streitenberger and dance team advisor Haley Hickson. We would like to say thank you to our supportive fans and wish the McClain Band program best of luck this season. Go Blue!
Again, anyone that is currently battling cancer, cancer survivors, and friends and family that wish to participate in our recognition at the end of the halftime, please begin making your way to the track either side. We will have our presentation closing out the halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the pride of Highland County, the McClain Marching Tigers, Tigerettes, and Majorettes. The band is under the direction of Rick Duffus, assisted by Skylar Magg and David Weeks. The Tigerettes are advised by Toddy Weeks and assisted by Emma Stegbauer. Our Majorette advisor is Ashley Carnes. The Majorette captain is Skylar Mazo. Our Tigerette captain, Chloe Schweitzer, with co-captains Anna Barrett and Allie Flowers. The assistant field commander is Lillian Bateman, and our 2023 field commander is Alexis West. As the calendar turns into those late year months, we expect cool weather and the changing of leaves. We take things back to the early 2000s and choose to take the advice of singer-songwriter Sheryl Crow to hang on to those warm and sunny days. From her fourth studio album, Come On, Come On, here is Soak Up the Sun. It has been said that music expresses that which cannot be said. This evening, we welcome members of our middle school band program to join us on the field. We ask you to put your hands together and help us sing along. And if you can't sing, then just shout out the words to Gary Glitter's classic stadium anthem, Rock and Roll Part 2, better known as the Hey Song. We close with a song that has earned fame at sporting events worldwide. With its recognizable riff and defiant lyrics, it's surely this group's signature hit. Here is the White Stripes' Seven Nation Army. Tonight, we wish to take a moment to come together for the common good. On the field, the Marching Tigers, the Marching Blue Lions, along with the McClain and Washington cheerleaders, will be forming a large cancer awareness ribbon. Approximately 39.5% of men and women will be diagnosed with cancer at some point during their lifetimes. And by 2040, the number of new cancer cases per year is expected to rise to 29.5 million. For this reason, we choose to come together to take a stand. On the track, we wish to recognize those currently battling cancer, our cancer survivors, and their support systems in the form of friends and family. In this battle, whether the ribbon is pink, purple and gold, blue and white, or any other form, no one fights alone. As we are so painfully aware with cancer, the fight doesn't always end the way that we hope. At this time, would you please join us in a moment of silence for those gone too soon to this dreadful disease? Thank you. And let's have a round of applause once again for those that have joined us here on the track this evening. As Tigers and Blue Lions, together we stand, together we fight, and together we win.
There. All right, guys, we're back to the action here. Great performances there by the Washington Blue Lions and the McClain Tiger Bands and Tigerettes and the Lionettes. The Lionettes, do they have that up in Courthouse?
They call them the Rhythm and Blues Dance.
Rhythm and Blues Dance Team.
Yep.
Yeah, well done, guys. Great, great shows on both parts. We captured some drone footage a little bit towards the end of both bands getting together and formulating the ribbon that exemplifies the fighting of cancer there. Great job by both schools, just coming together tonight and recognizing those who are still fighting cancer and those who have lost their battle to cancer. We want to say a big thanks to everyone who participated in that. And there you go, guys. That's a pretty sweet picture right there. So once again, thanks, guys. That looks awesome. All right, Brad, let's get Tiger Trivia real quick. We only got a few seconds. So Tiger Trivia, guys. All right, so outside the auditorium is a placard containing names of teachers, not overall staff, who've had distinguished service here at Greenfield Exempted Village Schools. How many teachers have had the pleasure of serving our school 35 or more years, according to the plaque? That might be kind of a shot in the dark question, but I just, I needed something academic.
There you go.
Okay, we've done a lot of sports questions. Let's do some academic questions. Facebook only. Go ahead and answer in the comments. We are playing Price is Right style as always, so closest to the numbered answer will get the prize. Now, you can't go over, right? Price is Right. So if you go over the number, doesn't matter how close you are, you will not get it. So closest without going over, give it your best guess here. And we will, in between the third and fourth quarter, announce who the winner is. So start putting in your answers. Facebook comments only. We will not accept comments on YouTube. So Facebook comments. Once again, thank you to Sean Hickok and Roofx for sponsoring a $25 Visa gift card for the winner tonight. So there you go, guys. We'll put that up again if you want to answer here soon. Tiger Trivia. All right, low kick to start the half here. Kick to Sykes. He's going to bring it to the right. He's got a little bit of room. Keeps chugging along. He's going to get a good return there back to the 46-yard line.
Nice return.
Absolutely.
Good field position here to start this half. Like to see the Tigers march it right down the field here and find a way to punch it in the end zone. Down 3 scores. You really got to capitalize on every opportunity you have the ball at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the Blue Lions aren't going to shut it down.
No, they're not. So got to capitalize on this. Of course, the Tigers came up about a yard short there at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Our pylon cam did show the knee was down. I know I'm going to make some Tiger fans probably mad by hearing that, but it was a close play. Good effort there by the Tigers at the end of the half.
It's just we were so close to getting it out of bounds, but a nice play by the Blue Lions to tackle us inbounds and just ran out of time.
Yep. All right, so new half, new energy hopefully here by the Tigers. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 8 on the play. Once again, down 3 scores. But having the ball back first after halftime never hurt anybody. We'll see what they can make of it here. If they have a drive like they did before the half, I mean, it's going to end up in a score. I just know it. So they gotta keep on the gas pedal here. Potts' handoff in the meantime, no good there. Brought down by Rogers Wright in the backfield.
So there's another example of one of those two-way players. Rogers Wright, guy who's been running the ball really well tonight, makes a nice tackle on the backfield there.
All right, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 9. Not the exact start the Tigers wanted here. But if we get some one-handed catches there by Mr. Potts again, you never know. Mr. Lyons brought up food during halftime, so you might hear me chime out here after a bit. Drake Stapleton back to pass. He's pressured immediately in the backfield. Sack by number 13 for Courthouse, Matthew Coldflesh.
That's Coldflesh again. Called his name out a couple times tonight. Just it looked like he was unblocked all the way through there. So he just ran right through, made it so that Drake couldn't get a pass off, and big loss on 3rd down, forces the Tigers into a punt. So Seth Weller drops back. He'll be punting to, I believe, Mason Kaufman and Rocky Jones again. We've said it multiple times tonight. You really don't want to put the ball in either one of those guys' hands. So
and they have, and that's why the score is the way it is right now. So Tigers got to find a way to keep it out of their hands here.
Angle to the sideline, do something.
Weller's punt is up. Good punt there by Weller.
Good.
And you'll see Weller kind of roll out to the right. I don't think they're looking for any kind of pass out of that. They're just looking to buy those gunners downfield a little bit more time just to get close to Kaufman and Jones.
And if you're punting as an angle, you give him a little chance to get over close to the sideline too. I mean, he's obviously trying to get it down the field, but pin it on the sideline, not give those guys a chance to return the ball.
Yeah, once again, much better job there by Weller this time around. Good punt. All right, so Blue Lions take over again. They experienced some late half big plays, really propelled them to this lead. We'll see if they can duplicate that.
Yeah, we just got to slow them down. They scored very quickly on long runs a couple times, so bottle it up a little bit.
Kaufman to Rogers right in the backfield. He's going to get swallowed by Jaden Allison.
Good job.
Sherbert shoes Jaden coming out of nowhere, making the tackle there for the Tigers.
So that's a good start. I mean, you got to – if they're going to try to run it on you, you got to stop them, force them to do something they don't want to do.
The Blue Lions actually picked up more yards on that play than I originally thought. They picked up about 3 to 4 on the play. Makes it a manageable 2nd and down. Definitely picked up more than I originally thought. But, hey, here we are. Okay, single high safety in Weller. Madisick and Medley at corner. Pitch to Jones to the right.
Get him.
He's going to be contained at least, and he's going to be brought down by
Good
a
job.
gang of Tigers.
Oh, and there's a flag.
Yeah, that was a football on the sideline being thrown up and down there. So I don't think there was any flag on the play. That'll be a gain of 1, possibly. Gain of nothing. So that'll make it 3rd and long.
There was a flag.
Oh, there was a flag.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's face mask.
Well, that hurts then. All right, so that's going to move the ball up 15 yards on the play for the Blue Lions. And that will bring up a 1st and 10. All right, so Tigers had them bottled up.
Yeah, you make a nice play on Jones there. You ball him up, you get him down, and it's the penalty gives him the 1st down. So.
Getting paid to do this.
All right, so Kaufman back in the pistol formation once again. He's going to option left. He's going to keep it. Good looking option play there, and he's going to pick up about 5 to 6 on the play.
One thing you notice about high school quarterbacks, they when they run, they don't run to protect themselves. They stick their head down and they get in there and mix it up with all the guys.
You know what? I love it.
I do too.
I appreciate it.
You watch the college guys and the pro guys. They
I'm
look
tired of these guys sliding all over the place.
Look to avoid
that's
contact.
Easy for me to say.
Yeah. But Drake and Gavin Kaufman both, they stick their head down and try to get as many yards as they can, even through contact.
I'm pretty impressed by Kaufman. He does a good job in play action. But he's going to hand it off this time to Jones. Jones is going to break free of a couple tackles, and he is going to be gone. That looks like a spitting image of his earlier touchdown off to the right-hand side. He's getting to the sideline much quicker than what the Tigers are anticipating, and that's going to make the score 34-7. Courthouse.
Yeah, a couple things are happening. One, we said again, if you don't tackle the guy first and you let him get some space, he's just so quick. And as you said, he's so quick that we're taking angles that are just, when we get there, he's gone. So.
And last game that we did together, you know, East Clinton had a really shifty running back.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of a different level, in my opinion, though.
I think both these guys have more speed than
anyone we've probably seen up to this point.
Yeah. I mean, and you were talking shifty. I don't know that either one of them have shown us so far that they're that shifty. They're just they hit the hole and they're gone.
Yep.
They're gone.
Yep. So Jones having a heck of a good night so far. Brad, if you can, let's go to a quick ad.
Detillion Landscaping. Detillion Landscaping is an experienced landscaping company with a long history of excellent service in the Chillicothe area. For 35 years, they've dedicated themselves to building long-term relationships with clients, hiring the best staff, and dealing in quality landscape plants and materials. They continue to earn an outstanding reputation every day as they work for their customers. Feel free to get in touch with their team to learn more about how they can help you manage your landscaping needs. Detillion Landscaping. It's what they do, and they love doing it. Fayette Eye Care. At Fayette Eye Care, they pride themselves on providing the highest.
All right, so there was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the play there on the Blue Lions, so they're going to be backed up to their own 25-yard line. Once again, Kaufman will kick off with Sykes and Cummins back to receive for McClain.
So, I mean, the challenge in front of you is the challenge in front of you. You got 4 scores you're trailing. The good news is it only takes 1 score at a time, right? So you can only think about this drive, putting points on the board this drive, hold them, and try it again.
Mr. Lyons, I don't know if the audience out there in digital land knows this, but you're a very philosophical guy, and I really appreciate your philosophies on things.
Hey, well, thank you. This is the old how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time right here.
Well, this is certainly a big elephant right now, but hopefully the Tigers can get a little momentum on this series. Kaufman to kick. His kick will go to Sykes.
Oh.
Some tricky bounces there. Sykes will pick it up, though, and takes it to the right. Goes out of bounds. Number 19 for Courthouse. That'd be Wesley Gibbs with the push out. All right, so Tigers will have it on about their own 40. I'd like to say 46-yard line, it looks like.
All right.
Nope,
so
they're going to back it up to the 36-yard line. All right, so still a little less than 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter. We got some time.
Yeah, I guess that's the unintended benefit of them scoring so quickly.
Yep.
It gives us time.
It is better than the long scoring drives. It does give us time. That's, once again, your philosophies are fantastic, Mr. Lyons.
Yeah.
All right, possible rumble ahead for a couple yards there. Got to think the Tigers may start to show a little bit more urgency and might do a little bit more misdirection plays here. They got to get some points up on the board. Again, you got time, but.
Yeah, we did have there before the half, Andrew broke that long run off of a similar play. I mean, if he gets loose, again, he's got enough speed to pick up chunk yards.
Yeah, and if you can make some more one-handed catches, too, that
that helps.
Hurt. All right, so Stapleton alone in the backfield, quad wide receivers to the left, screen pass for Potts. He's going to take it, shifts around a couple times.
Nice tackle.
Good open field tackle there by the Blue Lions. I believe that's number 10. That's Isaac Hood on the play.
Actually, I think that might have been Rocky Jones.
Was that Rocky?
Yeah.
All righty.
So there again, like I said, the Blue Lions this year playing a lot of their athletes both ways, which has not been the norm over the last few years under the previous coach.
It's paying off right now. Let's see if the Tigers can change that. Once again, Stapleton alone in the backfield. Have Potts at a kind of a wide tight end position with Pinwell beside him. Hood had to go off because of equipment. Snap to Stapleton. He rolls to the right. He's going to have to go out of bounds.
Oh. Yep, they got the flag.
And, yep, we thought that might be a late hit up here in the press box, and it was on Rogers' right. Stapleton just did not have anyone downfield. You had a couple guys on the curls, but Blue Lions were wrapping them up pretty well there. So that will push the ball up for a third down for the Tigers.
Should be enough to give them the first here.
Yep.
Yep.
And it will. They're going to scoop that ball up 15 yards.
So play didn't result in much off the run, but certainly resulted in a first down with the penalty tacked on. So the Tigers will certainly take that and see if we can string a few first downs together here, punch one in the end zone.
All right, 2 running backs beside Stapleton in the shotgun. He's going to get it, hands it off to Pinwell. He's got a little bit of a hole here. Can't exploit it all the way, but does pick up about 5 yards on the play.
So nice first down. I mean, and this is the type of play we saw the first drive the Tigers had tonight, where they're on first down gaining 5 or 6 yards off the run, and then you can do just about anything from this point forward.
Yeah,
so,
playbook's pretty wide open here on 2nd and 5. So Matisic will bring in the play here. Again, clock is ticking here, so they are going to have to show some more urgency here. So Stapleton once again, same formation as before. Lions showing pressure. He's going to hand it off to Potts. He goes up the middle, and he's going to rumble for about 5 more yards on the play. It looks to be just a little short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and a foot.
Just short. Blue Lions showing all kind of pressure, bringing a lot of guys that time.
Yes.
And Tigers ran right through it. So.
And that's always the risk you run on that style of defense. You line up and overload the line of scrimmage there. If you can just make one guy miss, Potts can be gone in a hurry.
Yep.
All right, so we do have an injured Blue Lion on the field. Brad, if you would, let's go ahead and get an ad.
Fayette Eye Care. At Fayette Eye Care, they pride themselves on providing the highest quality of eye health and vision care in both service and products, and producing educated, loyal, and confident patients. They do this with an organized, dedicated, and caring team of service providers ready to serve you. Visit them today to start seeing more clearly. Jim Van Dyke's Automotive. A family-owned and operated auto repair shop and tire center located in Washington Courthouse since 2001, Jim Van Dyke's is the place to go when your vehicle needs service. The team at Van Dyke's is courteous and knowledgeable and will treat you like a friend when you come in for an oil change or a complete overhaul. Schedule an appointment with Jim Van Dyke's today. McDonald's of Greenfield. Everyone knows the Golden Arches for their perfectly crafted Big Mac and delicious fries. But more than the menu, McDonald's of Greenfield takes pride in the value that they provide to the community. They're proud to support our student athletes and are dedicated to everyone who says, "I'm loving it."
All right, so Tigers will
Merchants National
take it here on 3rd down, try to get across the chains here, and it looks like they have, with a run by Andrew Potts. He certainly has enough for the first down, so good job by the Tigers moving the chains.
Another Blue Line a little slow to get up there. This is kind of the part in the game where it becomes a little bit of a war of attrition here. Both sides are getting dinged up. Definitely, the Trace game a couple weeks ago was I thought a very, very physical game on both sides. This game tonight has been a little bit more flashy, especially on the Blue Lions side. But definitely war in the trenches for sure. Stapleton will roll to the left. Haycock in pursuit. Stapleton's going to evade him and go out of bounds for a 5-yard gain on the play. Good run there by Drake Stapleton off to the left-hand side.
He had
also getting out of bounds.
Yeah, as I say, he had Isaiah Haycock in pursuit the whole way and able to just elude him and get up the field quite a bit.
All right, so that will make it 2nd and 5. Ball on the 27-yard line. Once again, folks, we do have Tiger Trivia, the answer and the winner. Coming up here between the 3rd and 4th quarter. Brad keeps staring back at his comments section. And if you still want the question, it is on the ticker at the bottom of the screen. Potts is
Good
going.
run, good
rumbling.
run, good run. He's in.
He's going to go. Good block there by Seth Weller to finish off 2 Blue Lions, and that will propel Andrew Potts into the end zone for a 23-yard line? It's about a 20-something yard run. Let's just call it that.
Touchdown Tigers. That's all we need to know.
That's all we need to know. Good
Yep.
job, Andrew Potts. Good blocking downfield by the wide receivers.
Absolutely.
Give them credit where credit is due there. Seth Weller throwing a good pancake on 2 Blue Lions there at the end.
Yeah, we talk so much about the running backs from Washington Courthouse, but I mean, you get Andrew Potts out in space too. He can make you miss, and he's got speed. So Weller sets up for the extra point. Holds down, kicks up.
Low kick there.
Low kick and deflected.
It looked like it. Looked like it might have been a bad hold there, but just something wasn't in tune there.
Didn't quite do it.
So that will make your score 35-13. Tigers do advance the ball to the end zone, make it a little bit more manageable now, but ultimately it's going to come down to defense. Like you said, one drive at a time, one bite into the old elephant at a time, and right now they need a big defensive bite out of the Lions.
Turnover would be nice.
Turnover would be huge. All right. Brad, if you would, quick ad.
Merchants National Bank. Established in 1879, the Merchants National Bank is an independent institution built upon a foundation of financial strength and customer service. They specialize in providing exceptional service on a personal level and are large enough to provide financial products at competitive prices, yet small enough to know their customers. With 17 convenient offices to serve you in Ohio, Merchants National Bank is proud to be your local community bank. Quality Paving. Quality Paving is a family-owned and operated business, and they've served Southern Ohio for 12 years with one goal in mind: to provide their customers with a project that they can be proud of. Quality's attention to detail is second to none, and they feel that your investment in your driveway, parking lot, or road needs to look great and last for years.
All right, sorry about that ad being up there a little bit long there, but there is a flag on the kickoff here.
So the Tigers attempted an onside kick there, but we had a false start or a procedural issue, though, so they're going to march it back 5 yards, and we'll do this again. But, yeah, on that last kick, we were attempting the onside kick.
Someone must have crossed the line before Seth Weller was attempting the kick. So Tigers will replay the kickoff. Once again, Jones and Kaufman back to receive for the Lions. Tigers are going to do everything in their power not to get it to them. That's the beautiful thing about special teams. You can generally avoid giving it to the other players or other teams really good players. So, and that's just what Seth Weller does. He avoids it at all costs. Ball will be advanced for the Blue Lions. Once again, your score 35-13 with 3:27 left to go in the third quarter. Time does become a little bit of the essence now, but mostly just at this point, play defense, get a big stop.
Yeah, just got to stop them.
All right, so the refs are conferring on something real quick, making sure they got the right spot down. Ball will start on the 40, it looks like.
Would it be 45 with the penalty?
They're still conferring because, like you said, they had the penalty beforehand, so they're trying to decide if it's going to be the 35 or 40, I believe. I don't know. These weird rules, they're lost on me.
Chains are set up on the 40, but I don't think that's where the ball's going to stay. It is staying at the 40.
It is staying at the 40. So because they had the penalty beforehand, I thought maybe it might get pushed back to the 35. But they're going to give it to him there. All right, so Tigers on defense. Kaufman back in the pistol formation, 2 running backs around him. Hands the ball to Jones, and he takes off Picks up 9 yards on the play before being tackled by Jaden Allison.
It might have been. It was tough for me to see from where I am, but that might have been the first time he was touched. He just kind of danced his way up that far, and then finally the Tigers got him down.
The Blue Lions offensive line playing pretty well tonight. I got to hand it to them. They're giving Kaufman some good time, especially in the play-action pass. We've seen a couple in-arounds by the Blue Lions here. You got to have time for that. So Tigers got to figure a way to knife their way through here. Hand off to Jones again.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go. That's what you got to do.
That's what they needed. Good play there by, once again, Andrew Potts and Jaden Allison in the backfield. Cleaned up by Caden Pinwell.
I was going to say, I think KP was back there too. But what was nice that time is 2 Tigers got out there and set the edge, and there was no way Jones was getting outside that time. So
yeah, I mean, you got to think if the Tigers got to be telling themselves, if the Blue Lions are going to beat us anymore tonight, it's got to be up the middle.
Yeah.
You got to make them beat you up the middle instead of setting the edge.
You got to get up the field and set the edge here. So,
so Kaufman will get the ball in the shotgun here, 3rd and 4.
Watch the play action pass.
He's just going to go
Straight
ahead and drop
pass.
back. He's going to look deep for Mason Kaufman. That's going to be caught. He gets right behind Cummins at the last second.
Yep.
Once again, big play for the Blue Lions offense.
That was younger brother to older brother on that one.
All right, so that will make your score 41-13. Blue Lions are up. A little bit of a gap in the defense there. I thought originally it was going to be played pretty well by the Tiger DBs there. Just a really nicely placed pass, and, of course, Mason Kaufman has the speed to track that down.
There might be a bit of a benefit from just being able to throw it up and letting your guy run in under it on that case.
Yeah, usually is. All right, so Kaufman will be back to kick with brother holding it. Kick is up, and it is good once again. That will make your score 42-13. Minute and 54 left to go in the 3rd. Once again, be on the lookout for Tiger Trivia. If you haven't gotten an answer in yet, please do. It's on the ticker at the bottom of your screen.
Give Gavin Kaufman a little credit on his extra points tonight. I think all of them have been pretty much right down the middle.
Yeah.
Double duties as the –
There's some NFL teams that would cherish that.
Double duty as the kicker and the quarterback tonight.
Some guys just got it all right.
Well,
all right, so
same situation as before.
Same situation, yeah. I mean, we keep going back and forth. You know, you talked about the big elephant. Got to chomp away at it, but the Tigers just can't seem to get that big chomp that they need. So, once again, we'll say it again. We got to see some magic here, and time is definitely of the essence now if you want to even sniff a comeback at this point. Kaufman's kick is up. Eli Douglas receives. He's got some room, but he does get caught up by the Blue Lion special teams.
Yeah, once he got to the center of the field there, a few Blue Lions converged on him, and that was the end of that.
All right, so Tiger offense comes back out. Got to think they are thinking not necessarily big plays, right? Those little 7 to 8 yard plays, if they can get some quick slants, some hitches, just some nice easy passes to get Drake in a rhythm here. You got to think they want to get those and then get out of bounds and start kind of conserving that clock a little bit.
I don't know that I've seen them run no huddle this year, but this is always a good place if you can at least do like a sugar huddle or something.
And Stapleton
Right
just
in the middle.
no time
None.
in the backfield there. That Blue Lion defensive line is getting after him tonight. And you got to think the Blue Lions, they're coming off you said a 36-6 game last week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say that's a factor, but that's probably a factor. They're probably
they're
a
fired
little
up.
mad at that, and they're certainly playing like it
I
tonight.
think that was Isaac Hood and another player. I don't know who else was back there, but they came right through the line and were right in Drake's face, and he didn't have many options at that point. So 2nd and long, looks like classic passing down. Maybe you can let Andrew burn off 7 or 8 yards here. It looks like they're going to try.
Yep, and he's going to pick up more than that. He's going to go. He's still romping. He's going to invite the tackler, and he's going to pick up a great amount of yardage there, probably about 40 yards on that run by Andrew Potts. And there's some renewed hope.
Exactly what I said. 2nd and long, you got to run it.
Well, you're right, and I'm usually wrong. So
no, I said the opposite. But.
There you go, yeah. All right, so, hey, renewed life here. Tigers, they got a breath of air there. But clock is still ticking away. We've got 45 seconds left to go in the 3rd. Tigers break the huddle. Once again, if you're Courthouse, just try to prevent those big plays. Their coach, I know, is in their ear right now.
Mm-hmm.
Handoff to Potts up the middle. Little shutter step there. And he's still going. He's still trucking. He's not giving up. He's going to pick up another Tiger first down.
Great run.
You know, if there's anything you need right now, if you're the Tiger offense, seeing Andrew Potts break 3 or 4 tackles a play, that's big right now.
So we got a blue line slow to get up. Finally is up. So yeah, nice 2 big runs there by Andrew.
So the Courthouse player is off the field now, but they're going to give the Tigers a few extra seconds here, giving Mr. Potts a chance to catch his breath a little bit after those last 2 runs.
So the game clock has started back up. I didn't know if they were going to try to get a play off here before the end of the quarter.
I think they definitely want to. Maybe a little play action pass. Maybe you can get 2 off, but you have to have done it. Had to have done it by now, so they're just going to try to get 1 off. Handoff to Pinwell. He's going to go. He's going to get in the end zone.
Nice job.
Caden Pinwell, touchdown.
With zeros on the clock.
Zeros on the clock in the 3rd quarter.
Yep.
So that is going to essentially, hopefully we'll see what we do here. Whether it's a 2-point conversion. It looks like they might try the 2-point conversion here. That will at least cut the score in half if they can convert here. All right, so that makes your score 42-19. Once again, I think the Tigers are going to go for 2 here. Why not?
Well, you missed your extra point off the last touchdown, so you're already trailing 1 extra point, so you're going to need the 2 at some point.
Let's see if they just hand it off to Potts here, if they got some razzle-dazzle. Potts in motion to the right. Stapleton, pressured immediately. And almost intercepted by a blue line cornerback. That was Gabriel Perez on pass protection there. All right, so that'll make your score going into the final quarter, 42-19. Blue Lions ahead of the Tigers. And Brad, if you would for us, go ahead and look for that winner for me for Tiger Trivia. And we will get those Tiger Trivia results to you here in just a few moments. Go ahead and hang tight, though. I'm going to eat a cookie while he's finding that. All right, D-Rock.
D-Rock. We got a winner.
We got a winner chicken dinner to Tiger Trivia Night. Once again, your question for tonight's Tiger Trivia was outside the auditorium is a placard. I think that's how you spell it, containing names of teachers who've had distinguished service to Greenfield Exempted Village schools. How many teachers have had the pleasure of serving our school 35 or more years according to the plaque? The answer here in just a second. Kickoff was out of bounds. The answer was 41. Our closest answer was 33, and that is by Miss Joey Gill. Joey Gill. So, Miss Gill, if you can, go ahead and shoot the McClain Athletic Department Facebook page a direct message and give us a way to get your $25 Visa gift card to you, and we will be more than happy to do that. So congratulations again to Joey Gill. And once again, your Tiger Trivia was sponsored by RoofX. So thank you once again, RoofX.
So Blue Lions will take over on their 35 after the kick goes out of bounds. And we'll see if the Tigers can stop them.
Jones breaks
He's
to the outside again.
Gone.
He does get held up.
Yep.
Does get held up by a Tiger there at the end, but there is a flag on the play. Might be holding. We'll see. I won't say it's holding, but yes, it's holding.
It's holding.
And that looks to be on the Blue Lion offense. So Tigers get a lucky break there on the play as the refs caught the Blue Lions holding. So that will bring the ball back 10 yards from the spot. So once again, the little breaks like that is what the Tigers need at this point.
Slow them down any way possible. If penalties do it, then penalties are what it would take. But again, the danger there is Jones got outside. The nice job we did last drive of getting out there and setting that edge, we got to have somebody out there to force him back to the middle. Rogers right back there with Kaufman this time.
All right, so Kaufman in the pistol set. Rogers right behind him, like you said, and he's going to rumble forward for a positive gain on the play. And that will make it a first down. Of course, it was first down and 5 because of the holding penalty. It brought back the big play. Gave the Blue Lions a little bit easier chance to pick up that next first down, though. And
Rogers Wright does a nice job of protecting the football as he's carrying it, but you got to believe the Tigers are trying to punch that thing out every time someone runs it at them.
All right, so T.D. Matisic alone here on this side at corner, guarding big Isaiah Haycock, and looks to be a flag.
Tigers offside.
Tigers offside. So that will advance the ball another 5 yards. So Blue Lions starting with a couple first down and 5s here.
Maybe technically encroachment on that one.
Tigers trying to time up a little bit of blitz here, and they do with Caden Pinwell. Just can't quite get Rogers right in the backfield. He's got some room, and he's still trucking along. Cade Sponsel, big tackle out of bounds there, but Blue Lions still pick up the first down. Once again, Tigers they're getting in the backfield sometimes. They're knifing their way through. It's just the Blue Lions seem to be one step ahead of them, and where the ball's at behind the line of scrimmage.
Right. Well, if you get upfield in the middle of the field and the running backs are outside, the pressure works. We talked about getting pressure to Kaufman. He hasn't had to pass a whole lot.
Right. Why would you? You got two deadly weapons, but there is a fumble on the play. And
it's down again.
That might be a fumble
again.
Scoop
and score.
Cade Sponsel has it, and he is going to take it back. The refs didn't call it dead, so I'm going to assume that is a big touchdown off a turnover for the Tigers for Cade Sponsel.
Yeah.
About a 55-yard return on the play by Cade Sponsel, coming out of his middle linebacker position.
Well, that's the first real mistake in exchange we've seen from the Blue Lions tonight. Just the trouble with the pitch from Kaufman to Jones, and it looked like Jones had it, and then he dropped it again, and once he was down, there's only Tigers around. Sponsel picks it up and goes the distance.
And those couple times that Jones did drop it, it looked to be pretty close that his knee could have been down, but I don't think it was. And the refs saw that.
No, I don't think
I think a good call there by the refs. He never had possession when
I was
he was
going to say,
down.
he didn't. He never had possession, I don't think, the entire time.
Absolutely. Good heads-up play there by the refs, and great heads-up play there by Cade Sponsel to take advantage of it for the Tiger touchdown. And it looks to be like the Tigers will go ahead and go for 2. Can't blame them here. That would give them a 2-score deficit as opposed to a 3. So Stapleton back in the pistol. He's going to pitch to Poss. He's got some room. Jones comes close to making the tackle.
Calling him down in.
And they're going to call him down. I thought Potts may have gotten that ball across to the pylon, but they're going to call him down just before the end zone. That is the second time the Tigers have come that close and just couldn't quite punch it in. So that will still give the Blue Lions a 3-score lead. That could have been a huge play for the Tigers. Could have put them down only a couple scores. So the Tigers got some more fight that they have to bring to the Blue Lions. And it looks to be a personal foul penalty that went against the Tigers.
Well, another good thing is when your defense scores,
not a lot of time comes off.
Not a lot of time comes off.
That's right.
Yeah, so he's still working with just under 11 minutes here. I mean,
and we're seeing the Tigers, especially the linebackers, Caden Pinwell, Cade Sponsel, they are starting to get a little bit more aggressive in their pre-snap blitz looks. They're trying to time out those blitzes a little bit more so they can try to get a good big play in the backfield like we just saw. We just need to dial that up a couple more times.
Well, the Blue Lions have had a little trouble in the fourth quarter this year with a couple of their losses. I mean, it's doable. It's a tough task, but, I mean, you got to keep believing or don't stop believing, as our friends in Journey would say.
As our friends in Journey would say.
Oh, the little
pop
up
there.
Oh, and it got out of bounds.
I thought it had a chance to come back in bounds for a second. Eli Douglas with the good hustle there for the Tigers.
Illegal kick out of bounds on the Tigers.
All right, so that will give the Lions pretty decent field position here. But once again, if the Tigers can just dial up a little bit of pressure, run blitzes, pass blitzes, get some fortuitous bounces their way, it still could be a game.
Yeah, going back to that kick, I'm no football coach and I'm no football genius, but I've always liked those kicks that just hit the ground. You never know where they're going to bounce.
Yes.
Something can bounce your way.
They are very dangerous.
I love those kicks. I always thought that more teams should just do that more often. But, again, that shows what I know about football. I mean,
I can relate to it. When my son tries to pass it to me and it falls about 10 yards short of me, it could bounce anywhere, you know. And I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off trying to get it. I feel for him. But anywho, yes, we're definitely not football geniuses. All right, so that gives us 10 minutes and 51 seconds left to go in the game. Tigers still down by 3 scores, but still a very doable game here. Again, Tigers, if they score right before halftime, we're looking at, I think, a much different game at this point. Okay, but Rogers right with the run.
Right up
the
about middle.
7 yards on the play. That might be a late hit on the Tigers, and I think that's what the refs are going to call.
Face mask.
Face mask. Face mask on the Tigers there.
The spot of the tackle.
So once again, Tigers are getting aggressive. That's what they need to do. They need to be aggressive here, but just find a way to minimize those penalties from that aggression.
So, the running game tonight, it's been Jones outside, Rogers right up the middle. It's just tough to stop all of them. So here we go with 1st and 10 from the 30. Kaufman under center. Jones behind him in the backfield. Pitch to Jones. Cuts it upfield. looks like he's up close to the first down, probably just short. Another flag in. So more flags. We'll see here what the call is on this one. I see a point over towards the Tigers, maybe not.
Personal foul against
Blue
the
Lions.
Blue Lions.
And against the Tigers.
So those should offset.
Those penalties will offset.
So Blue Lions are in some pretty threatening territory.
Mm-hmm.
So Tigers got to pin those ears back and make a big stop here.
So the result of the play will be, well, we got second and just over
second
one.
Short, second one, yep.
So those personal fouls had to have been after the play for them to count the result of the play.
All right, so Kaufman back with Rogers Wright behind him in the pistol. He will get it, high snap, hands it off to Rogers Wright. He's got a big hole, and he is going to take it in for the score.
Credit Kaufman on that. He handled a high snap, still got the handoff in time to Rogers Wright, and Rogers Wright just kind of danced his way through the McClain defense and into the end zone.
Yep. And as you said, you know, handling a high snap is not easy by any means, and to keep your running back in a rhythm like that, you do have to hand it to Kaufman in that situation. Good run there by Mr. Rogers. Rogers Wright.
Rogers Wright.
Rogers Wright. All right, so Tigers once again just got to get some stops and just not capitalizing on some things here. Kick is up, and it is once again good for Kaufman.
I think that might have been his first one that didn't go right down the middle and got to the side a little bit. So, well, 10 minutes left. I mean, at this point, there's a drive in front of you. You got to take advantage of it. Let's see what we can do.
Yep. Let's go ahead and go to an ad, Brad.
Cornered Quality Paving. Quality Paving is a family-owned and operated business, and they've served Southern Ohio for 12 years with one goal in mind: to provide their customers with a project that they can be proud of. Quality's attention to detail is second to none, and they feel that your investment in your driveway, parking lot, or road needs to look great and last for years. Cutting corners is not an option. They complete each project with the best material to ensure a job well done every time. The Rusty Keg. If you need a hot meal or a cold drink, the Rusty Keg is the place to stop. Their menu boasts plenty of options that are sure to satisfy your taste buds and quench whatever you may be thirsting for. Stop in during the week or after the game to the Rusty Keg in Washington Courthouse.
All right, back to the action. Your score 49-25. 10 minutes left to go in the game. Kaufman's kick is up.
Oh.
Barrels ahead to Owen Sykes. He one-hands it, takes it, but gets wrapped up pretty quick by a couple Blue Lion special team defenders. All right, so Tigers take over on their own 25-yard line.
Which restroom are you?
Got to think the Courthouse Blue Lions are going to make them earn every yard here, take time off that clock. Blue Lions will have a single high safety in Kaufman, leaving their corners on an island. Potts will get it up the gut. He's going to take it. He's going to split some defenders. He's rumbling ahead still. And he is brought down at the Blue Lion 35-yard line. Good little 30 to 40-yard scamper there.
The Blue Lions brought pressure again. They brought a bunch of guys, which is kind of
a little
surprising down up 49-25. But as you said before, you do that and you get split, and that's what happens. You got nobody in the back to stop Andrews. So
you always run that risk when you blitz your linebackers anywhere, whether it's on the edge, up the middle.
Yep.
That's a big risk, and it paid off for the Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
Stapleton back in the pistol. He is going to hand off to Riley Cummins. He gets met by a blue line defender that looks like Isaac Hood again.
Yep.
Gains a couple on the play. That will bring it up a 2nd and 8. So once again, Tigers gotta get going a little bit here. They're being pretty nonchalant right now. Clock is ticking. Stapleton's getting the men lined up here. 3 wide, split running back set along with Stapleton in the backfield. Stapleton will get it in the shotgun. Hands off to, pitches to Andrew Potts. It was a good fake there, but just couldn't pick up anything. In fact, they lose a yard on the play. That will bring up 3rd and 8.
So blue line's make a nice tackle out there. I mean,
Yeah.
Andrew's a tough guy to bring down, and we saw earlier when the blue lines tried to go high on him, he just shed it. That time they learned their lesson and went low, went at his legs. That's how you got to bring a guy like Andrew, such a strong runner. That's how you got to bring him down.
All right, so once again, same formation for the Tigers here. This is 3rd and long. You got to think possibly a run up the gut, pick up about 4 or 5 yards. Hand off to Pinwell. That's what they do. He bounces off a tackler,
he's got more.
He's going to keep going. 1st down, Tigers.
Good run by KP. Thought he was down.
Okay, so Tigers are threatening. They are about at the 22-yard line here, so almost in red zone territory. Once again, clock is ticking, though. Tigers got to show some urgency here. Same formation again. Stapleton will get it in the shotgun, hands it off to Potts up the middle. Stuffed around the line of scrimmage, might have rumbled forward for another 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah.
Andrew Potts on the run. Run down inside the 20.
Looks like a gain of 3.
Clock's ticking once again.
Second down for the Tigers.
Seth bringing in the play. I mean, we might try a little play action here. I mean, we appear to be.
Yeah, I maybe the blue lines will get a little stagnant here, thinking we're just going to hand it to Potts. Maybe, hopefully, we gotta get something going here.
So hand off to KP there.
All right, so that'll bring up a 3rd and long. Ball on the 20-yard line here.
I always guess wrong, but passing down?
Sure, let's roll with it. We saw 3rd and long last outing. Pinwell picked up the 1st down on a 3rd and long run, so we'll see what happens here.
Drake does drop the pass.
Has some time. Low pass to Pinwell. Good defense there by Kaufman from the Blue Lions.
Mm-hmm. Tough window. There's a tight window there to try to get into.
Window. Yep. Blue Lions pass defense has been pretty solid all night. Part of that has been because of the immense amount of pressure on Stapleton, especially in the first half. They've had a little bit better protection here in the second half.
Yeah, they dropped several guys into coverage that time, which I thought that's what they were going to do to start the drive instead of bringing the house. Let Andrew get loose earlier in the drive. So they did drop several guys into coverage, and it looks like here they're going to have 7 guys in pass coverage. Going to rush 4.
Stapleton to roll to his left. He looks left for Owen Sykes. This is going to be close.
I don't think he's got enough.
I think he's going to be stopped before the line to gain, though. That will be a turnover on downs for the Tigers.
Will not have enough
So, yeah, those last couple plays, the Blue Lions probably figured that McClain was going to be forced to pass, so they dropped guys into coverage and said you can catch it, just not enough for a first down. So the Blue Lions will take over on downs. 5 minutes, 46 seconds left to go in the game. Tigers trailing the Blue Lions 49-25.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen out there in the digital world, after the game, we will show the band playing again. So stick around, tune in for that. Always great to see Mr. Rick Duffus and the McClain Band and Tigerettes do their thing out there one more time. All right, so Blue Lions back in their typical pistol formation. 3 wide receivers out wide. Rogers right with the carry. He's met immediately in the backfield. There is a flag on the play. Got a little chippy there towards the end. But we'll see what this flag is for.
I'm not sure I saw exactly what was going on. It was around about the tackle that flag was thrown.
Looks like this will be in the Blue Lions' favor here, at least judging off body language.
Face mask.
That's what it appears to be.
Yep.
Face mask goes against McClain.
Several of those tonight. Several.
Yeah, this is, I'll be honest, a little uncharacteristic of the Tigers. I
Yeah.
felt like all year penalties, honestly, at least from what I've seen, haven't been a huge issue, you know, like they were last year at points. We've had a little bit more tonight.
Yep. Now, that was the 5-yard variety, so little inadvertent face mask.
Yep, big difference there. So this will bring up a second and appears to be a 2nd and 4. Once again, Kaufman in the shotgun, 3 wide. He's going to hand it to Rogers right to the left.
And
he's
got
got
outside.
some room. He's going to get to the outside here. Sykes and Sponsel to beat. He's going to fumble the ball, though. And a Tiger comes and falls on it.
Rogers right on the run.
Well, there you go.
And that looks like big number 76, Blake Shrout, coming from behind the play, cleaning up on the fumble. Heads up play there by Blake. Well done. So that will put the ball on McClain 45. 5.5 minutes left to go. You definitely have to have a plan in place here and show urgency. Definitely don't have enough time to dilly-dally here.
No, you don't have enough time to take maximum time between plays. You got to get plays in quick. You might even want to call 2 or 3 plays in advance. Like, you just kind of have a little bit more urgency in this time. But, again, the Tigers take advantage of a Blue Line turnover.
Yep. Good hustle there by Blake Shrout once again. All right, so the Tigers line up. Much needed score here. Handoff to Potts up the middle. And he's going to be brought down after about a 3-yard gain. They got to get going here. They're going to send Seth Weller out a little bit quicker than normal. Guys got to hustle out to their spots pretty quick here. Clock still rolling.
All right, so Tigers try to do something here on 2nd down.
Handoff Penwell up the middle. He's going to gut his way for about a 5-yard gain on the play.
Across the 50, right down to the 48.
Brings up a 3rd and manageable. But once again, clock is ticking away. Ball on the Blue Line 47-yard line. So Tigers in plus territory here. They got to break that huddle quick.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of like – I mean, those are the types of runs you had the first drive when you were tied up or down 7.
Stapleton with the handoff to Potts. He's going to be brought down in the backfield, though.
Tigers were all over, or Lions were all over that one, I should say.
So negative yardage there for the Tigers, and the clock is ticking.
It'll be 4th down for McClain.
See what the Blue Lions elect to do here with 4th and pretty manageable. Last time they were faced with the 4th down, they dropped 7 guys into coverage.
And it looks like the Tigers are going to be, they're going to be sending the punt team out.
Mm-hmm. So is this Kaufman dropping back?
Yeah, they just got 1 back.
So once again, Weller will line up. Number 56, Tristan Dowden, getting out there last minute for the Tigers. Weller punt is up. Little short. It's going to take a good bounce for the Blue Lions, but not before going out of bounds around the 25-yard line.
And now the official walks it up to about the 30, I think, is where he ends up being.
Yep.
So 2:56 left in the game. Got to figure the Blue Lions just want the clock to run out at this point. Last time they had it, they had a big run. Rogers Wright ended up losing the ball. But the Tigers, it's a pride thing here. If they're going to run it, you got to stop them.
Yep. Yeah, it's all about pride at this point. I think, time-wise, mathematically, it's going to be pretty darn tough at this point to come back, but still got your pride here.
So this is Andrew Young, I believe, running the ball now.
I think you're right. Andrew Young.
Another quick guy they got.
Sophomore. Good little run there by Mr. Young. That was about a 9-yard gain on the play. He does stay in bounds, so clock is running. And the Blue Lions, you would think, will definitely be content with
letting the clock run.
Yeah, letting that clock run, stay in bounds.
I see a few new numbers out there, so Blue Lions have some of their younger guys playing at this point, and it looks like they draw the Tigers offside again.
So once again, Tigers just trying to be aggressive here, trying to make something happen with a little bit of time left, but that is going to bite them a little bit, and that will give the Blue Lions a first down. Well, Mr. Lions, we at least have a great night for football. And
it's been a beautiful night for football. Be a good weekend for football, I think.
Absolutely.
All said and done.
Mr. Young will get another run on it. He's going to pick up about 11 on the play.
Mm-hmm.
Buckeyes are in action again tomorrow, folks, against Maryland. I believe Maryland's 5-0.
But the Bobcats are in action, too.
The Bobcats.
I'm going down.
They went over Iowa State a couple weeks ago.
I'm going down to watch them play Kent State tomorrow.
Oh, well, that'll be fun.
It will be fun.
Can't read, can't write? Is that what they say?
I hope they can't play football. Want to see them.
You are a wordsmith, sir. A wordsmith.
So, yeah. So, okay, Tigers, let's take something away from this. Let's stop some runs.
Trying to look at some scores across the region here, but my interwebs seem not to work. So it looks like right now between Jackson and Hillsborough, the Jackson to Hillsborough score is 63-21. Jackson ahead. And was that at halftime, David? Did I see that right? Oh, fine, okay. Miami Trace, the final for that game is 47-7 over the Chillicothe Cavaliers. So couple blowouts, it seems like, so far.
Yeah.
Westfall over Adena right now, 49-10.
So 38 seconds left. Blue Lions will line up again. Second and call it 8. Kaufman takes a snap, hands off to Young. He runs up the middle, just short of the first down.
Paint
Blue
Valley.
Lions don't have to run another play, I don't think, here.
No.
And they are going to head to the sideline.
Well,
And this
that'll be it, folks. That'll make your final score. Washington Blue Lions 49, McClain Tigers 25 as time expires here in the fourth quarter. Well, Mr. Lions, Tigers were hanging in there, I think, pretty tough the first quarter and into the second quarter. Just some big plays there by Jones and Kaufman before the half, and that kind of propelled. And they certainly didn't let up a whole lot in the second half, and they just bit us in the butt a little bit too much.
Well, I mean, you're right. The second quarter, a couple big plays really put a distance between the score for the Lions and the Tigers. And I mean, one of the things the Tigers have struggled with this year is making it back from multiple scores down. We've had a few times this year where we can score quickly, but most of the time our scores have come off of sustained drives. And if you are chasing 2-3 scores, it's tough to put a bunch of those together.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations to the Blue Lions. Certainly I think they earned the victory tonight. A lot of big plays. It was a little hard to contain their two stars, as you said, and got some great athletes up there in Washington Courthouse. So we wish them the best of luck the rest of the year. And the Tigers still 5-3 record. Playoff hopes certainly are not dead by any means. So, we'll get back to you here in a second after we let them play the alma mater. Once again, the McClain alma mater. Stick around, folks. The band might be playing here again here in a second. But Andrew Potts, Tiger of the game, 222 yards on 29 carries. We saw, I think, a touchdown or two by him, some pretty spectacular plays. Tigers got a couple fumbles that were advantageous to them, went their way. Just otherwise, we just didn't see a whole lot of flashy plays tonight from the Tigers. We're used to, I think, at least a little bit more than that, but just couldn't quite quite pull those off like the Blue Lions did.
No, I mean, they're just not as many opportunities as they had in the last few games. Didn't see Drake try to run it quite as much tonight as he has in a couple of the other games. Tough to get the pass game going. Now, a lot of that had to do with the penetration the Blue Lions got in the backfield, and Drake didn't have a lot of time to throw.
Yeah.
And again, for the Tigers, you get a couple scores down. We just don't have your classic quick strike offense, and so it's tough to look up at the scoreboard and realize you're down a couple scores and continue to run plays that are designed to get 4 or 5 yards, which are great plays. But and especially if you got a guy like Max is not out there, that's a deep threat that you can use. And so, I mean, again, it's a lot of little things added together that ends up looking like it's a big thing. So
Right. And, once again, congrats to the Blue Lions.
Certainly.
I forget his name already, but Jones, Rocky Jones, he had a heck of a game. Did a great job pulling off some big plays for the Blue Lions. So certainly congratulations to him and the Blue Lions once again. I guess I could say we'll be back in action next week. Next Friday, we travel to Jackson. The Jackson Ironman, one of the, I would say, the premier programs in Southern Ohio.
Certainly.
So it will definitely be a tough game.
Like a small college.
At times, they certainly seem like that. So they do a great job down there at Jackson, but we're going to hopefully give them heck next week and
Certainly.
travel to their place and take them head on. So you'll catch us back here in action on the live stream in 2 weeks as we host the Hillsboro Indians. That will be on senior night, I believe, October 20th. So catch us for one more game this year. Keep an eye on the playoff chase. Hopefully the Tigers can squeak in, and we'll see where we can go from there.
Certainly.
So,
hey, next game up.
Next game up, that's right. All right, well, I'll tell you what, not me and.
That works
Mr.
for me.
Lyons and I, you're the English teacher, Mr. Lyons and I are going to go ahead and bug out and enjoy the rest of the evening. And if you guys can stick around, watch the Tiger Band one more time and the Tigerettes smile, sparkle, and shake. Mr. Lyons, any parting words?
No. Go Tigers. Every time we get a chance to say it, go Tigers.
Go Tigers, absolutely. All right, guys, go Tigers. We'll see you on the flip side.
See you.